voice of Jacksonville Pool. All right, good morning, and good morning. Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the voice of Jacksonville Pool, bringing you all the live coverage of the 2025 World Qualifier 8-ball edition here at the beautiful Beaches QBall. We are down to the final 24 teams here, ladies and gentlemen. We have teams from the one-loss side bracket. We have teams from the winner side bracket, but it don't matter because now is the time of day where we start chopping them off. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is at that point where no matter what, if you lose, you're out of here. So final 24 will be down to the final 12. And then by the time we finish tonight's live stream here later on this evening, we'll be down to the final 6, which will be the finals. Keep in mind there will be 3 teams that will advance to Vegas. 3 teams also, as long as you make it to the finals, will advance on to the APA Southeast Challenge. So come on into the stream, guys. Get it shared out for me. I wait on them to let me know who they are throwing, and we'll get this party started. We got Team Big Racks versus Team Pockets Too Big, in which we got a pretty nice little lineup here between both. Now, Pockets Too Big does have a full roster here by luck of it. So 8 total members on team. Mr. Omar, team captain there, skill level 7. We have a couple skill level 5s in there. Mr. Matt and Ori in there as well. A good slew of skill level 4s. John Dolquist, Ashley and Ethan in there. And then a couple of 3s, Miss Jessica and Katrina in there as well. For Team Big Racks, though, a little bit of a tighter team here. 6 team members in there, in which we got Mr. Mike Gammons Jr. there and Kenneth Gammons in there. Mike being the captain here, skill level 5. Paul, skill level 5 as well. Kenneth, along with Christian and Deward, skill level 4. And then last but not least, Tanya Rice. Just one thing, guys. Hey, PJ, good morning, good morning. Guys, keep in mind we are live on Jacksonville APA's Facebook and Jacksonville APA's YouTube. And I didn't realize yesterday I didn't have it going to my YouTube. It's on mine as well. So we got you going. Cheers, says day 2. Here we go. Shree, if I may ask, by the way, sir, because I keep calling you Shree because we have a Shree here in our area, and that's how he shortens his name for us. Are you here in Jacksonville as well, by the way, my friend? How did you come across the stream, by the way? Just asking here. But glad you're here on the YouTube side. All right, sorry, guys. Had a quick question here I want to make sure I answered. From Dallas area. There we go. Excellent. Do you mind if I call you Shree, by the way? It's easier for me, but I don't want to be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. So it says, and this is from the YouTube side for those watching on Facebook, guys. It says, look for pool matches, live streams, and found your channel. I'm glad you came, man. Seriously. Seriously. We keep getting a bunch of different random people, and you know that's the purpose of this, right? We just want to drive attention, awareness, not just to Jacksonville APA in general, but APA altogether, right? And this is just something that is very unique to our area. Like I tell people all the time, Mike Kelly have hired me to do this job. You know, they provide a lot for me and allow me to be able to do these and travel around as well and support and represent. And it's such a blessing. It really is such a blessing and honor to get to do what I do for a living. So. As always, I tell people if you're enjoying the streams, make sure to let them know. And being here in streams, sharing streams out, subscribing to YouTube, liking the Facebook, all that stuff helps. Keep in mind I have my own channels as well, both Voice of Jacksonville Pool on Facebook and YouTube. The main business account on Facebook is The Voice of Jacksonville Pool. I had to change one up to make a business one. But as long as you're following one of them here, I try to post between both as much as I can. So waiting on throws here. We have, let's see, I wrote it down. 3:45 p.m. sudden death for this match. First stream, no problems. Watch pool live streams, and so the algorithm keeps suggesting live pool. Let's go. Whenever one goes live in a channel, I've watched pool streams from various locations. That's awesome, man. You got the algorithm working to your advantage on that one, brother. Absolutely do. There's a match I always enjoy watching Miss Sophia Mass. She's one of my favorite pool players to watch here, and I've been blessed to get to like hang out with her and stuff at a couple different events and everything. But there's a match recently that popped up on YouTube, and I made sure to save it. I forget who it was she was playing, but there was one there. She was on there and playing. I was like, I haven't watched this one yet. But I try my best to watch some extra pool streams too when I have time. I know it sounds funny. I see her behind a computer for a 12-hour day out of nowhere, and you're like, what are you doing when you go home to them? Watch pool streams? Don't judge me. All right, getting the first picks in here. All right, looks like we got a couple of skill level 4s, so should be a little 3-3 race. Let me just validate Ashley's skill level 4. Duarte is as well. Yeah. Nice little 3-3 race, nothing too crazy. I like that. This is kind of what I would call the stereotypical throw. 3s, 4s are a very common first round throw. Sometimes your 2s, I don't know if people always throw them super early. I actually like saving the 2s, especially like in the instance, in this case, Big Rack's having a roster where their 2 highest players are skill level 5, right? Having that 2 on there, and especially with Omar being on team, maybe you have a chance to cut him with a 2 and really force an interesting run. Keep in mind, a skill level 2 versus skill level 7 is a 7-2 race. I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot to take that on. I ain't saying that 7 shouldn't beat them, but it's equalizer for a reason. And it's called equalizer for a reason, and that system does really good. So, all right, here we go. That was Ashley on the left. We saw Mr. Duard there on the right. And a nice little 3-3 race. Nothing too crazy, guys. We are in the final 24. Final 24 of this tournament, in which we'll be to the final 12. And then once today is over, because we're only doing 2 rounds today, I by the way, I am a huge fan. Mike Kelly, found out from some other areas about them doing Mondays and found there was quite a bit of agreement on doing the finals on Monday. But I hate to sound like this, whatever I say. Back in my day, it was a Friday night, all day Saturday with a bunch of rounds, all day Sunday with a bunch of rounds, and I mean you're talking about like midnight Sunday sometimes that you're getting out of there, and I mean you're just so slap dog tired that's like it's just a battle of like who's less tired. It's not a battle like no you're shooting at your roughly skill level, I'm shooting at my rough skill level. This is a good match. It's I'm just slightly less tired than you are. Those finals were always so difficult, man, so difficult. Whereas now, we get to have a later start today because yesterday was a long day. But we get to have a later start today and, do 2 rounds today. And that way, come on back into the action of everything and have some fun. Hey, there we go. PJ's in here for Pike is Too Big. Miss Dawn, good morning. I will definitely enjoy my day. I hope you are having a wonderful and blessed day. I hope everybody, that got a chance this morning went to church, got to hear the word, and are already having a blessed morning this morning. So appreciate you guys for tuning in and being a part of the stream, though, seriously. All right, Miss Ashley here on the 7 ball. It's going to pop up on table a little bit. Might hit the 8. It does hit the 8 in the process here. Still leaves her eyes with that 5, actually. She can repeat the same shot here. This is a very common kind of angle here as well. You'll see that higher-ups kind of really enjoy this angle for getting back up table and stuff. But you kind of just draw a line right on the left-hand side of that 5, and that's kind of the angle that QBall is going to pop right back up unless you add something extra to it. See that right there? Went still a little bit to the right, just a tiny bit, but you kind of took that left-hand side of that 5 ball. That QBall just traveled right up table here. The only thing I would have saw on that is that it had a risk of potentially maybe hitting the 1 in the process, right? And you really got a good positioning on your 6 and 1 being kind of center of the table here. Your 2 ball being a bit of an issue. I'll be honest with you, I'd probably move that 2 ball right now, but she's on a bit of a run, feeling herself with what she has going on here. Kit, how's it going? Kit in there on the YouTube side saying, let's go, Ashley. Let's go, indeed. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Also, guys, for the first time ever, we are pushing a live stream out to 1080p. This has been something that we're kind of Been working on trying to make sure internet's going to hold and stuff. So far yesterday it looked and worked good. I had great compliments, but if you happen to be, especially on the YouTube side now, the difference between 720p and 1080p on your phone won't be too big of a noticeable difference, but if you're on the big screen and you're pushing at 1080p, please just let me know how everything's looking on your end. I would love to hear your feedback about the stream. Got a slightly, I'll say slightly, it's quite a bit, but it's a better camera in place here and some new technology. So Jen says, good luck to both teams. Good luck indeed. Jen, how you doing this morning? You behaving, my dear? Oh, I'm sorry. You said good luck to everyone earlier. Good morning, Jen. My bad. PJ saying, get him, Omar and crew. Goodness gracious, I was missing some messages here, guys. Sorry. Kit says, doing good, sir. Stream's looking great on the YouTube. Let's go. Glad to hear that. Guys, also, if y'all are here local in the area, please don't forget that we do have some specialty Road to Vegas 2025 shirts. They will be here during the 8-ball World Qualifier. And in case you're like, man, I missed my chance to get some of those sweet shirts. Well, they're going to be here during the 9-ball World Qualifier. And am I seeing, oh, my goodness, great. Don't tell me they got a zip-up hoodie. There's only 2 left for the zip-ups?
Let me see if their latest header is men's cup. Looks like I got one of each.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Kelly's got some of the long-sleeve zip-ups. I like that. I get it. I know it's hot, but sometimes I do like having some zip-ups. But, oh, I do have it backwards. My bad. Thank you. My fault, chat. I definitely did the names backwards.
There's
Oop.
a unisex large and a Lay's double X.
Unisex large and a Lay's double X left for the, are they full zip-ups, Kelly? Oh, they're the middle ones. That's even better. Sorry about that, chat. Big Rax, I didn't mean to do that to you. Pockets too big, same thing. Sorry, guys. Please disregard the disrespect there on that. I did not mean that. Should have paid attention to who I was doing. I got the sheets, or the names on the score sheets backwards. Sorry. Yep, Hugo just noticed. He said, Tim, I think the names are not correct. You're right, Hugo. I messed up. I made a boo-boo. You didn't see nothing, and it didn't happen, okay? It didn't happen. I was just trying to mix things up. In fact, I was making sure with it being noon on Sunday that you guys were awake, okay? Just trust me on that. That's what I was doing. Trust me. Thank you, guys. All right, back to the action here. 2 solids still left on the table here. Looks like maybe going for the bank. Sends it angle. Oh, might open up for the Z-Bank. Ooh, not a bad placement for that 2-ball to still be left. Miss Ashley still has work here to do for that 4-ball. And honestly, he may be able to get a little window in for this 12. Ooh, doing a little chicken wing and clusters a little bit of the 4-ball. Oh, if that 2 was just a little bit lower, Ashley would have really, really good eyes on this. Really good eyes on this. I mean, she could slow roll that 2 on in and have good shape on the 4. Use some bottom, pull back out on the 4. Even if she's at a little bit of angle, just either way, it's going to kick QBall over or stop close to where the 4 is and take the 8 right-hand side pocket. I'm saying she needs to go for the slice here. Yeah, Omar 100% calling that timeout. Yeah, he's trying to give her the confidence on this. This shot's just a tough shot in general. There we go. She overpowers it, though. Maybe big bounce off the bottom. It's losing a lot of energy. It lost a ton of energy. She overpowered it. She may have wanted to do a little more power there, if so, but that's tough, though. She landed that shot perfectly, though, in terms of actually potting the ball, but just for the 1-rail kick. Looks like she made contact with it. Okay. Not too much change. It would have been nice for the for it to have taken over that bottom left-hand corner pocket, but Mr. Duard back to the table here. Again, both people skill level 4s. Nice shot, too. Short, sweet, simple, coming off that top short rail. Good speed. He's just going for the defense here. Still leave her eyes on it, but not giving her much. Tough scenario. Tough scenario. If she keeps just barely tapping it, I mean, nothing's going to really break up here is the problem. You're going to start running into issue where I think he's going to have greater ability to break stuff out because of him having 2 balls left on the table versus her 1. I almost feel like she needs to hit this a little firm and send that 12 ball up table just a smidge, but open up a little breathing room for her 4. See, had she done that harder right there, that 12 would have separated a little more, and he still would have been hooked up behind the 4 and the 15. That's the only thing I think that needs to happen there is just a little more. Hugo, how you doing this morning, by the way, sir? Well, afternoon. Golly, I'm already doing that as well today, chat. Is at least just barely after 12. I would get this watched. I would definitely have gotten that watched. Got to be careful on those shots, but good job on it. Normally, I'm not a fan of doing this here, and usually I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm thinking, honestly, the 1-rail kick. And your goal is to hit that 4 full so the cue ball stays with the 4. And again, create separation between your ball and that 12 ball. Normally, I'm a fan. You don't kick at things you can see. In this one, I think there's a good chance for you to keep that cue ball kind of in place. Plus, there's a risk here for hitting his ball first, going this direction. Told you guys, there's always exceptions to that rule. Oh, sit with it. Didn't open up too much. He has room here to go from the top down to the bottom. He's hitting that pretty good. Wow, he overstroked that. He's still in an angle for it. He's going to ride between the rails now. Hit that good. And kind of the 50-yard line. Cue ball making it a little tough here for Duard. Settling close to that bottom short rail. He's going to go for the top right-hand corner pocket. I do agree with this, but I think slow and steady wins the race on this one. It's a little hard. Don't settle outside that side pocket. If so, you're going to open it up for Ashley. Oh, man, we wobbles right on over. Ashley just has to execute on this now. 4 ball sitting not quite a full diamond away on both sides here, away from that bottom left-hand corner pocket. Very, very normal angle here. Take your time on your shots and just execute. Oh, wow. The drama llama's on the table today, chat. Woo! All right, 8 ball side pocket. It is about as full as you can. Still make the angle, cheat the pocket just a little bit. Don't slam into it so you don't create that angle to open up for that top right-hand corner pocket scratch. There we go. There we go. Nicely done. Good out. Good first round battle between these two. That was actually a really fun one. Well played. Very well played. All right. Here we go for rack number 2. All right, nice little center break. Keeping things controlled. Not too shabby a break. We do have the cluster with the 6, 2, and 15. Got good amount of stripes here towards the bottom half of the table. Bodes well for the 8 overall. He could have taken the 5 there too, so he had a choice of both, but I think I would have went with stripes as well. I think the big deal is, though, is that just because their 6-2 is not really hooked at this point, I think he needs to go for that 15 sooner rather than later, though. I think he needs to do something about that. Yeah, if he goes after this last stripe here that's on the bottom half of the table, he needs to hit that 15 next. He's not going to have many other options, and right now with him taking an immediate lead in ball count and pot and balls, he's in a great position now to go ahead and worry about that. And not say she can't go on a huge run, but just before he clears out too much more of the table. What a shot. Wow. Wow. Little body English on that one here, but almost a little twofer there, playing the carom option. Take a look at this instant replay here from Mr. Duard. Very well played. Yeah, look at that. Gets action off the 9 and the 14 on that shot. He just tried a back cut here on this last shot here on the 14. Brandon, what's up, bud? Welcome to the stream. There we go. Ashley keeping it short and sweet. With that ball in hand, she should have done something with the 6 ball maybe. She could have even maybe made a little separation between the 6-2 and the 15 without opening up too much of a shot for him. That would have been the main thing I would want to see, but I do like the fact she's kind of clearing off one half of the table, very similar to what Duard was doing earlier. That's the only downfall here. That's where you start to see a real difference between the 4s going to a 5 and stuff. Is 5s not always, but kind of start to handle some of the problem balls a little bit earlier before too much of the table gets freed up. Now she has an angle here to where she may be able to clip into that 6. I dare say add a hair of right on this. See if she can maybe for sure kick that cue ball on over after it makes contact. There we go, contact with the 6. Hey, Mr. Everett, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a blessed day. All right, timeout on the field. Now he is stuck behind the 4. I don't think he's going to be able to force it over as much as he thinks he wants to. That's tough. That's very tough. Yeah. Yep, he was better off going with the 1 rail option to the right-hand long rail if he was going to do a 1 rail kick. But honestly, from this point, I would have just went to tie stuff up. I would have nudged that maybe into my 15 and tied it up with the 2 and the 15, or the 2 and the 4, I'm sorry. And on purpose gave ball in hand there. Ron, welcome back to the stream, bud. Ron on the YouTube side as well. Good afternoon to you. Welcome on in. You haven't missed much, man. This is the first matchup of the first round of the day. There will be 2 rounds today. Noon is when we start on this one. 3:45 p.m. is the official sudden death start time for that. And the next round is estimated to start at 5 p.m. Now, granted, keep in mind, guys, just like yesterday, I appreciate you guys for not coming at me with pitchforks, but it always depends on the matches. We can't start the next round, without some matches being completed. So, a couple matches yesterday ran a little bit longer. than expected. It happens. It's World Qualifier. Nerves are at an all-time high. And, yeah, so it's good. Hey, Deborah, I appreciate it, my dear. I'll see you there. Yeah, absolutely, Ron. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have 2 rounds today, guys, just as a reminder here, and then we will have the finals tomorrow at 8 p.m. But before we leave tonight, we'll know who's in the finals. And no matter what here, getting into the finals means you have guaranteed yourself bare minimal, worst case scenario, a trip to the APA Southeast Challenge. And then best case scenario, you done guaranteed yourself a trip to Vegas, baby. Oh, good try there. Short on the one-rail kick. So ball in hand back to Miss Ashley. Duard doing the great sportsmanship thing, by the way. I give claps for that. Nicely done. I love sportsmanship. No need for them to even ask you. I'm picking up the cue ball, handing it to you, or pushing it to you. I'm doing something along those lines. So one or the other, but keep the sportsmanship at an all-time high. Very important. Jim says, keep up the good work. I enjoy watching and listening. I enjoy you being here, brother. Ron said, liked and shared. Thank you, Ron. Means a lot, man. Means a lot. He's trying to get her to break out. There's a nice little angle here he's got her on with the 4 and getting her to pop in that short or that long rail and then kicking that 15. So he's trying to paint the image for her. I'd even dare say maybe a little bottom right here, maybe about a tip from center down to the bottom right. So you're kind of aiming almost at the almost 5 o'clock on the cue ball, if you will. You don't quite want bottom. You don't want quite a lot of right, but you want a little bit here, and you want it to open up. Looks like he's got her on a good angle already. Oh, she hits it hard. It shortens the angle when you hit it hard. Not as hard. Not as hard. You need any English that you want to take. You got to give it time to be able to take. So. All right, good attempt here. But unfortunately, that has opened that up for him. Duvar will have an opportunity here to be able to pot this and still have eyes on the 8. He's just got to be careful overhitting this, though. It's at a bit of an angle here. He may be stretching a little bit. Yeah, a little bit from the side. Super long bridge, though. Super long bridge. He's got to shorten that bridge up just a little bit. Guys, keep in mind, when you have that long from where your bridge hand is to where your tip is going to make contact with that cue ball, the slice of movements on the back end makes a larger movement on the front end, right? So where you're thinking, you're like, I'm trying to hit center, I'm trying to hit center. Man, I keep adding this unintentional English. Super long bridges could be a cause of that. And again, I'm talking about distance from where your bridge hand is to where the tip of your cue is going to make contact with the cue ball. So see how hers right now? That's a short bridge, very short bridge. So even significant movement in the back doesn't make and translate as much movement on the front end of the tip of her cue. She has a better chance, not to say people with long bridges can't be accurate, but she has a better chance of being accurate. No scratch in the process. You've also got to slow down. Woo, she's done left it mean. There will be a flag on the play on this one. This is a tough situation. His timeout has been used. Flag on the play. Ref being called. Looks like Mr. Dan is on the scene. Dan trying to get a good angle there so you can see it a little bit closer. That's 2 ball first. Yep. Good try. Wow. Very good try from Duard. Look at that. Again, great sportsmanship from Duard. I understand that ball in hand sucks. That hurts. That hurts your soul. But I love the sportsmanship from Duard. That is major kudos points to him. Major. Again, they shouldn't have to ask, right? Like, and granted, I know there was a ref on this one, so it's slightly different than the scenario I'm giving you guys. But again, if it's If it's, hey, I fouled, I'm going to be the one to grab it and hand it to you, or I'm going to be the one that slides it to you, whichever way you prefer. Some people prefer it one way or the other. But I'm going to be the one that makes sure that you know, right? We saw it live on stream yesterday where it cost John a rack. And, 2-ball right-hand side pocket, 8-ball left-hand side pocket. She feels comfortable with that. I don't know if I'd quite go with this just because she may end up rolling forward. If she's going to do bomb, she's got to be firm about her bomb, not pull back too far. Stop shot it. If not, that bomb's going to turn to top. She did it. She stop shot. Good shot. But, yeah, it cost it was John Hummel on the stream. And it was definitely a bad hit. And he instantly picked up and called it. And I don't even know if the other team properly saw it. Like, it didn't look like one of those. They were like, is it a bad hit? Or no, it didn't. And granted, they may have seen it. I may be misjudging the situation, but it's stuff like that that makes a true difference at events like this, and especially with the importance of this event. I mean, this is the World Qualifier. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to feel like they got cheated out of anything. All right, good out. And again, another great second rack. I understand that the score may show 2-0, but I mean, both times it's coming down to the wire. It's not like one player is running the entire rack and almost doing a break and run or something. The other one's not having a chance or anything. Both players are having their opportunity at the table. This is a very nice first round battle between these two. Let's hope Duard can get on the board, though, because right now he is in value-added mode. One rack right here guarantees that no matter what, pocket's too big, cannot get but at least one more team point. Second rack from Duard. Now he's also got a point for his team as well. So value-added mode has been activated, and he needs to take advantage. Kai, I'm in complete disagreement with you, brother. You should call your own fouls. If it's a foul and you know it, bud, you've got to have the sportsmanship to call it. You got to, man. I ain't saying people shouldn't pay attention, but if you see it happen and you don't say a word and you're just like, well, they didn't catch it, that's not sportsmanship, man. That is a lack thereof, and it's against the values. You should be willing to call your fouls. There's a difference if you're not sure about something, but don't be that guy that's like, I did it, I'm looking, I'm waiting. They didn't say nothing. I got away with it. No. We don't do that. We want good sportsmanship. Wish he got a little bit more of a bump off of that. Duard's done really good with a couple of these like combos and caroms and stuff. Like he is a dangerous four in this battle right now. I mean, he's got a really good eye for the table. Ashley's been shooting well also, but he has got to watch him. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants it to happen to him, Kai. So that's why I'm a big fan of the life motto. You know, do unto others. Well, I would never want somebody if I had my back turned for just a second and my teammate's like, yeah, Tim, great job, and I'm like high five, and then I turn around and like I don't see what happened on the table, and that person fouled and never said anything. Like that'd be so disappointing. You know what I mean? So disappointing. But yeah, as I was talking about with Duard here, man, dude, like I said, he's got a great eye. This is the second time off the rip here. He's really getting down. I think last time he got down to 3 balls left. And now he's down to his final 2 already. I mean, he is, like I said, he's dangerous, dude. This is, I understand the score doesn't reflect it. The score makes it look otherwise, but this has been a great matchup. Jim said, totally agreed. Sportsmanship and integrity go hand in hand. They absolutely do. Absolutely do. Yep, to the golden rule. Yes, sir. Yep, golden rule applies to everything in life, man. Everything. I was talking to my son about that the other day, and he's 4, and I'm trying to, like, really, you know, congratulate him on manners, right? We're talking about manners. And, you know, when he says, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, or thank you, or please, and stuff like that, I'm like, good manners, high five, good job, buddy. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, that's called being respectful. I was like, you want people to be kind and respectful to you. I said, then you need to be kind and respectful to others. Good try for Miss Ashley, but she's opened up a window. Oh, nope. I think the window closed. Yep, he's shaking his head. I spoke too soon. She got a little bit of love from the roll. She's got to take advantage of having extra balls on the table, though. Got to take advantage right now. Yeah, he is hooked. Honestly, I think he just needs to barely slice this to where like it kind of pops off. Out. Yep, just like that. What a shot. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. This guy is strong. Very strong. Love seeing it too. Some people may not realize this here, but I feel like the back of your team, I ain't saying some people don't carry the weight as the sevens of your teams and the sixes, but man, those that 4-5 middle grounds, 3-4-5 area middle grounds of teams, whew, little do they know sometimes just how crazy important their matches are. Like, he's somebody with how good he's playing too, by the way. If I could get him defensive-minded from time to time a little more, or just more effective defensive shots, I would say, he's somebody, like, on this team, you use him to cut. Like, you use him to cut some of them sevens. He would do great about getting onto the board and getting a point against the 7. Good lead for Miss Ashley here. Looks like he still has a little bit of thin of this 11. Middle of the table. Oh, no, he had a little more. Oh, don't hit the 3. Well, good hit. And honestly, he didn't really do much with that 3 at all. 3 still going to be Ashley's trouble ball. The nice thing is, too, is he's kind of getting set up now. Look where everything's left on the table for him. So if he can get that stripe that's right above where the cue ball is, where Miss Ashley's shooting right now, he's going to have eyes on 11, and he's going to have eyes on 8 after. So honestly, the field is playing in his favor here. Ooh, what a shot and cut for Miss Ashley. Nicely done. My dear, you have earned yourself an instant replay on that one. This is a tough slice. She is super close to this 3. Take a look at how good she hit this, too. I mean, that was, until it had to hit the side of the inside of the pocket, that was pure. Like, I didn't see that touch the rail at all. She rode that down good. Oh, gets a little love from the table on the leave. Good try on the 4. Chat, let me know as well. What do y'all think about this matchup so far between these two? I think they're really, really good against each other. One of my favorite things, especially, you got to consider, again, teams could have been together for almost a full year. Well, 3 sessions. Pretty established at this point here, kind of used to the way things go. And, you want, at the World Qualifier, you want the best of the best, right? I don't, you don't usually see a boatload of shutouts, right, in a World Qualifier situation. So I'm a huge fan, obviously, too, from a streaming perspective, but a huge fan of these close matchups. Obviously, they're nail biters for the teams. Could be stressful, but I think it's great. So when I see a good matchup where I see these 2 4s, I'm like, man, this is a coin toss. Like, this is a real coin toss between these two. Like, it's so invigorating, so much fun. Such good competition. Tiny says, I want Duarte on my team. There you go. Yeah, he's done great. He's done really, really good. Yeah, he's going to go for the 12, as he should. The problem is it's going to pop up on the field. He's not going to be able to hold this. Honestly, as long as he gets another turn table, I'm not mad with that leave. I'm not mad at all. Ash doesn't have too much here to work with right off the bat, minus maybe the 1. 4 doesn't have home. 2 is too far above the side pocket. 6 may have room to go past the 1, but I think she has a line to the 1 top left-hand corner pocket. Looks like she's waiting on the other table. There we go. So he didn't leave her with a lot of options right off the bat, even though she has 5 balls left on the table. And honestly, with that ball being right there in the corner pocket here, it's setting him up good for success. Ash over slicing just a little bit, but again, not bad. Getting the 1 ball close to that pocket. However, he is now primed up for this 3-ball run. He's got to be careful over hitting this, though. You don't want to drive this home. There you go. I like the speed. Come off that rail a little more. Oh, I thought it would have had a little more energy off that rail. He's going to have to back cut this. Problem is that QBall is then going to come close to that side pocket and jet right back upfield. Robbed again. He would have had a pretty long distance shot on that 8, but because he got the nudge off the, what was that, 6 ball that moved, I think? He had good eyes at least on the 8. Longer distance than what you would have liked to have, but still workable. Ashley's going to have to go on a bit of a run. 8 ball no longer has that home bottom right-hand corner pocket. So say I do like the 2 ball here. You want to take the 2 ball first. It's off rail. Normally you don't go past that side pocket, but getting the 2 ball here and coming down bottom left-hand corner pocket first to start your roll would be great. And if you can get a good angle on the 4 and be above it to where you ride between the rails and get on the right-hand side of that 8, the 4 could be your out ball here. But honestly, I think I may start 2, 4. There we go. QBall rolled far. I was about to say 2, 4, maybe then go for the 1, 6, and 7. I'm just worried about, again, she needs to get on the lower end or right-hand side of that 8 ball to have good eyes on it. There we go. Don't get too close. Okay, she can go for the 6 now. Careful for the double hit. Honestly, better using a little pot. Oh, she's so worried about the double hit. So worried about it. You see her stand up and reset. She's laughing. So say with her being worried about it here, I would probably get this shot watch just in case. That looked good to me, though. All right, so now she's set up in a good position here. If she can make this 4 ball just fine, she needs some force follow on it, though. I don't think she's going to be able to get to where she can use any bottom to kick over and out. She might even better just take her medicine here. Roll forward just a little bit. She could play defense here. Omar may be telling her to do that. But there's the run's here. The run is an option here. And right now she's got a 2-0 lead. Might feel more aggressive because of that. Less worried about losing the matchup here overall and or giving points away to the other team with you being up 2-0. Not saying we want to take that into all consideration, but it is something to at least think about. Doesn't mean you start swinging all willy-nilly about stuff, though. Like, I've seen people where they're like, I'm just going to rock a ball from this point forward. I need 4 balls left to 9 ball. And I'm like, hey, you don't. Rock a ball, you're giving away all your control. So you don't want to just give away all your control and be like, well, but I'm good, because you'll lose that lead and that other person will gain the momentum. And then you'll feel defeated because you had the win. Nice slow roll. No go. She's at least blocked that pocket, so if he ends up popping back up, he's going to be in trouble for that bottom left-hand corner pocket, but he doesn't have to pop back up far at all. He can go just a little bit and go that left-hand side pocket. Nope, still let it pop up a little bit. Oh, went for the bank. No. I didn't even realize he marked that pocket right off the bat. Oh, Duvard. No, sir. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That scratch was definitely there, and it happened so fast. So fast. Very, very unfortunate here for Big Racks. But great win for Miss Ashley and Pockets Too Big. Let's get a little reset on the screen here, and we'll find out who's being thrown next. Right now, Team Pockets Too Big, 1 win under their belt, 3-0 flawless victory. Very unfortunate. Not what you want to see happen. All right, we'll give him just a minute here to throw. Yeah, oh no, indeed. Right, Kit says it best. Good win for Ashton, but not the way anyone wants to win. Yes, not like that. He did so good that rack too. I mean, he was prime, but he didn't have to pop up as far as he did. Oh Lord. I think Mr. Mike Gammons there trying to take out my camera. Trying to hit that tripod. All right, getting the throws now.
Putting up their captain.
Yep.
And Matthew Kablan.
All right. Mr. Mike Gammons Jr. himself. Captain, Mike Captain, skill level 5. Versus Mr. Matthew. Have a lion here. 5v5 matchup. Nice little 4-4 race. There we go. But yeah, kid, I think you hit the nail on the head here. Definitely good win. Ashley had the lead. You know, it's one of the situations where no, he didn't have to hit that last object ball as hard as he did to get the angle that he had. But still, I agree with you 1,000%. It's just, you know, you hear sometimes like people are like, well, a win's a win, and like don't get me wrong, like I want to win and I want to go to Vegas, right? But I also want just the best matches I possibly can. I don't want anybody to ever look at me and be like, well, I gave it to you, right? Like, nah, none of that. Oh, my wife just sent me a photo here. Daughter Luna is getting her free ice cream cone at Dairy Queen. They're having a good time. Oh, goodness. All right. Charlene here says, go, Mike. Go, Mike, indeed here. Big Racks needs a win on this one. You don't want to be down. Even 5-1, you don't want to be down, for example, if it goes hill. But you don't want to be down that after matchup number 2. So that starts to get away from you a little bit and feels a little bit more daunting. So Matt here trying to take over that bottom left-hand corner pocket. Kind of does. 15's buried now, so it's I don't even think there's enough space off the bottom. Yeah, there's not enough space off that bottom short rail for Mike to work with that 15 right this second. So, by the way, I do have to say I do love Big Racks' wonderful team shirts. Very patriotic. Huge fan of that. Not too long from now here, we'll be celebrating, of course, the 4th of July. So definitely a fun shirt to see. Good try, trying to throw the 13 in there just a little bit. See him disappointed in it. He got a pretty good leave, too, on that 11. So. Ooh, don't scratch, don't scratch, don't scratch. It beelined it. Oh, man. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate situation. Ooh, super close to that, though. I don't blame him for trying to go for this, but I don't know if I like it. He's trying to keep an angle there, take a top right-hand corner pocket. But he's so close to that ball. It looked good to me on screen here. So he may have produced just enough angle there to prevent that double hit. The cue ball didn't jet forward at the same speed as the object ball, so looked pretty good. That's just tough, man. That's I always worry about those shots here from a personal perspective. That's why you guys hear me on stream. I'm like, I don't know, I might get this watched. It's like, we've got a little bit of angle. I'm like, I know, but I'm just so worried about it. So. Hey, there's Ms. Ashley in the stream.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Matt doing a little 2 rails there. Oh, gets a bump back down, though, to the bottom right. Has a nice little back cut here on the 7. Bottom left-hand corner pocket. Doesn't look like he's going for the back cut. Oh, no. Woo! Flirting with the 8. Flirted a lot with that 8. Yeah, it looked like he was hitting the 7 a little too full on that shot. I was talking about last night on stream, man. It's always, you know, it's fun that first day of tournament and coming second day, and then you start to see it start to clear out quite a bit after the end of day 2 tournament. You're like, man, like here it was, and it was like there's so many people, and it was loud, and the crowd was going wild and all this kind of stuff. And then you get down to like the nitty gritty, and don't get me wrong, like you still have the wild crowd moments and stuff of like and all that kind of jazz, but it's almost always bittersweet getting towards the tail end of a tournament. It has to happen, but there's just something about the liveliness of that day 1 of tournament play. It's amazing. Mike Gammons here on a great run potential here. He's got to land this 9. Oh, barely off in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. He would have had amazing eyes there for his 10, and I think he would have been just fine taking that 8 all the way down its off rail. I don't know if there's enough room for him to have slid it into that side pocket, but that 7 kind of opens up a little bit, that bottom right-hand corner pocket. That's the way I would have went with it. Matt taking over that corner pocket from him, though. That ain't bad at all. Great idea from Matt. Well played. What a kind of offensive, defensive option there all together. You have a chance to pot your ball. That's what I think you're really going for. But you know that if you hit it at the right speed, your worst case scenario is that you've taken over that pocket. That was very well played. Ed said yesterday was a long one. Ed, it was a pleasure meeting you and seeing you in person, by the way, sir. Yesterday was a long day, though. Yes. I won't lie, man. I went home. The bad part is like – I crack up. I even told my wife, she's like, what time do you get home? I was like, I don't remember. She's like, what time do you go to bed? I was like, 3:30. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. And I was like, it's just hard to, like as tired as I am, it's hard to shut my mind and my body off from the day, you know? It's so tough after just going so much. So, it's weird, but it comes with the job. It comes with the territory. So. I'm just excited that we're finally to this point of the year. I won't lie. A lot of the years kind of went by a little fast, and then I feel like getting to the part of finally being in the World Qualifier, I feel like it's taken a while. And, like, the dates haven't changed. Nothing's changed at all. You know, the dates have been the dates for a while. And it's just funny how my brain out of nowhere, oh, get some love? Nope. It's just funny how my brain out of nowhere is like, man, like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm like, stop. Like, May will come. We'll be here. But I feel like so much of the other part of the year is just, like, flown by so fast already. So it's cracked me up about that. There we go. Smooth stroke from Matt. Hope he's not hooked up on that 5. Okay, he must not be. He got down on that shot pretty fast. Kicks it on out of there. Gets away from that corner pocket. He's just going to roll up on this, be below the 8 to the 8 top right. Oh, no. Oh, my Lanta. Brother did way too much. Way too much. Oh, no. You did not have to do all that extra, Matt. Goodness. Right, Ed, he says it'll be Xmas before you know it. Yes. My son and daughter, Luke has his preschool graduation on Wednesday, and Luna has her kindergarten graduation on Friday. So we got a big weekend planned. I got some yard work and stuff to do, and then the next weekend we got MVP tournaments coming up. Next thing you know, it'll be 9-ball world qualifiers. We got team captains coming up. Got a lot, man. Kind of tis the tournament season. Sorry, guys. Had a couple people stop by the streaming booth here. Mr. Mike Gammons here, Jr. 9-ball top left-hand corner pocket using the bridge. He's pulling down this a little bit. Ooh, don't scratch in the process. Oh, him and Matt both getting love from the opposite side pockets of each other and hitting in the pocket points where it did not scratch. All right, a little back cut, nothing too crazy. Just don't overdo this shot. He has a little bit of angle. There is the chance for him to overdo and do way too much and either scratching in either corner pocket possibly. So nice slow roll. There we go. Not too much. Good out, good first rack between these two. Right Ed living major dangerously. Both of them both of them overdoing their last object ball shot to get onto the 8. So, but a good showing though. Very, very good show. I mean, this is similar. This is, so far, the way this match feels between these two feels very similar to the first one we just got done seeing. And again, I know the team stress it. And they're like, Tim, why do you wish that upon us? And I'm like, no, like, really, like, it's a great matchup when it comes down to the fact of, like, it's like, well, they needed 1-8 ball, we needed 1-8 ball. Like, you can't be mad at the throws and stuff when it happens that way. You're like, man, what a good team match. Plus, at the end of the day here, just from a bias standpoint, if you will, I want the absolute best that we can possibly send to Vegas. I want to see teams go deep in Vegas and do the best. And one day, maybe this year, bring home that championship title to Jacksonville. Florida seems to be exploding with a lot of that. And I would just adore to see Jacksonville, Florida be one of the APAs to bring home a championship from the Pool Players Champions. So, would love to see it. And we only get that by having the best of the best compete against each other here at the World Qualifier. We want the cream of the crop, rise to the top. All right, we're back to Clusterville, USA here. A lot there in the bottom center of the table to work through. A little bit of breathing room with a couple of solids like the 5-ball you can chip off. Ooh. Mike says a little breathing room, Tim. I'm gonna provide a little breathing room of my own. Unfortunately here, he doesn't have a lot of other coverage, and I'm worried on how he takes this because look at where the one's kind of aiming. If he hits to the right-hand side of the table, that one could push in that 8. That 8's aimed towards that left-hand side pocket. He sees it. He sees it. Thank you. Come on, Mike. Glad you saw that, bud. I don't know if he's calling for a shot watch or timeout or something. Calling for something on the sidelines. Always look at that. Calling for his own shot watch. Look at that. What sportsmanship that is. Way to go. Way to go. There we go. Nicely done, Mr. Mike Gammons Jr. Very well played. Very, very well played. Love that. Goodness gracious. What a team. I didn't even realize a foul happened there. Ball in hand. Mike's still trying to figure out here on that one stripe here. Looks like maybe the 12 ball sitting its happy self right in between the 1, 4, and 7. I love it. Ah, there you go, Shree. Thank you for that. EJ, Mike with stripes here. Matt hit stripes instead. Misunderstand as for which object ball. Thank you, Shree. I do apologize. I said I looked away for just a second. I was like, I didn't realize the foul happened. And then I had somebody just come out of the sound booth here. Is why I muted up for just a moment, guys. I promise you're not losing audio, by the way, guys. I just, when I'm out having a side conversation real quick, I just mute up the mic here and then for you guys to hear everything going on in the background. Some people are super excited. Love being on the live stream tables. So, is he fixing to mass say this? Oh, he was thinking about it. That did not work out. All right. Matt with a much needed ball in hand here. I like that. The 2's not really blocking as much of the 11 as you think it is. There's a fairly good window between the 2 and the 6. I kind of like starting with this 2 ball here. All right. Nice shot indeed here. Is that Graham playing on the next table? Yes. That is Mr. Graham Cracker Crust himself. All right. Looking at this stripe here, 12 ball, left-hand side pocket. Oh, man, it's going to be tough for him to get in the window. He's got a force follow. Oh, he was trying to. He's trying to. He's still off on the force follow. He had to get in such a tight window left of that 7 ball. Oh, good try, Mike. Good try. Sorry, guys. Again, having a couple people come up and talk about their skill level movement and stuff, and becoming a higher skill level. And it's tough, man. It is always tough. It's like I told somebody too, man. They're like, man, it's tough being at X skill level, whatever it is. I was like, think of it like this. I said, you're outside the shoe size. Your foot's super cramped in the shoe size you were in. I said, but you're not quite ready to fill a complete shoe yet, but you're getting there. I was like, all you got to do is just work on filling the shoe. I said, work on that practice. Think about things that have gotten you where you need to be at this point in the game. I said, and you'll continue growing. I said, but you got to get some practice in, man. Got to get some practice. One second, guys. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get that point in for Mr. Matt. Again, take a look how tight that matchup was. Again, it says Matt doing Matt things. Yes, sir. Man, I'm so stoked. Some of the conversations I'm just having with people right now, and again, I apologize for hopping off the mic, but it's just so inspiring, so awesome. There's just, again, this level of just excitement and hype inside this building right now. It's really fun to see. Really fun to see. Oh, and he almost does exactly what Mike Gavin said was going to happen, which was a scratch of that bottle of quarter pocket. Let's see, 3 and 13 tied up. You got the 2 and 10 tied up together. He's not going to have good eyes on. He's stuck on solids. He potted a solid and break. He's not going to have good eyes on a solid. 4 ball's going to be his best window. Long distance. Good try on it. Very, very good try. Not far outside the pocket. I like solids because I like where the 3's kind of controlling, but Mike's already looking right at that, so I don't know if he's going to allow that to stand for much longer in the matchup. He is doing an excellent job of really handling any sort of problem balls and stuff early on. Yeah, this is where, I was kind of talking about earlier between the 2 4s, right, of not handling some of the mess and stuff that's on the table, some of the problem balls early on. And this is where it's what a shot. Wow. This is where Mr. Mike Gammons here is very much shining on the table. And I really hope that both Miss Ashley and Mr. Deward are watching his match closely, because he's doing really, really good around not just leaving a prom ball for the end, looking for a way to break it out, or determining if it is really his problem or his opponent's problem. That's an important factor too. Sometimes there's a problem ball that's like, actually right now, that is a far bigger issue for your opponent than it is for you. Like, far bigger issue. Like, they're ahead of you on ball count right now. Like, they're really running things. They have an easier run in which this is the one situation really keeping them from completing said run that should get you another inning on the table. And, yeah, it's kind of having that train of thought when it comes down to it. You got to know when it's time to go for stuff. And you got to know other times when it's time to leave it alone. There's a time where we had on stream where I think the person had like 3 balls left. One was tied up in a knot, and they had 2 balls sitting in pockets, and their opponent freed up that one ball that was one problem, and the only thing guaranteeing them for sure another shot at the table, in which the person then potted one of the ones in the corner, made better shape for the quote-unquote problem ball that was now broken loose, potted the other one in the corner, and that was all she wrote. It was a little tic-tac-toe, super simple, so. All right, guys, give me one second. I think Mr. Dakota's going to come on stream with me. What's up, Dakota? How you doing today, bud?
What's up? What's up?
Not too much, sir. Good to see you this, afternoon, I should say.
Yep.
Definitely glad to have you here, man. Appreciate you hopping on the live stream with me here. Chat, give it up for Mr. Dakota Grady here. Your mom was in chat a little while ago. Earlier on, she was saying hi.
Yeah, she's at work right now.
Who's got time for work? We got time for streams and pool things and all that jazz. Well, it's definitely good to have you on today, man. We've had a good matchup so far. Although the score shows 3-0, we had both Mr. Duard there, skill level 4, and then Miss Ashley Hester, skill level 4, to start the day off during matchup number 1. Unfortunately, Mr. Duard did scratch on the very last rack of that matchup. Ashley was already had 2-0 in the race to 3. That part was unfortunate, but even though the score didn't reflect it, I'm telling you all this to tell you that almost every single time it came down to the 8-ball. And there wasn't like, one player had like 4 balls left on the table or something crazy like that. So the score, not really reflective of the ability and what was shown on the screen. And here we are in again, 1-1 race here, but both gentlemen doing really good. I'm kind of favoring Mike right now because he's
Mike's the one in the white, right?
Mike's one in the right, yes, sir.
Okay.
He has done a great job, and it's something I was talking about against the 2 skill level 4s earlier. Whereas if they had a problem ball, they left it till the end. They would run everything else out on the table. They would leave that one problem ball.
He's more worried about where he needs to get to that problem ball.
Yeah, he's very much worried about that problem ball, and he's done a great job really determining, again, if it is really a problem ball for him, and he needs to take care of it, or if he needs to leave it. So
he's probably
a good job.
He's probably what does that look like? The 12, right near the 8-ball. I think it might be the 12.
Yeah, you got the 12 up here. You got the 10.
He's probably going to use that to get on that 11 ball.
He just said, "Go APA." He said, "Who starts dancing on the live stream?"
That's funny.
Mike, I can't help it. You caused it. I had to replay that, sir. I had to replay that just because of your dancing.
We're playing bank pool. That was perfect.
Oh, right? I mean, goodness gracious. The dancing on the live stream.
Actually, that changes the whole layout for it.
It does,
It's almost, you want to use the 10 ball now to try to get onto that 11. The least break it out, or even maybe.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep talking. Yeah, he was thinking it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now he actually puts the 10 ball in a more favorable spot to break it out so he can have the 12 for the 8.
Yeah. I will say, too, as well, I didn't want to compliment him too much while I was over here because I don't want to throw him off his game
That's
while I
a
was
smart
watching the
shot.
stream. But I will say Omar has done an excellent job being team captain and giving very good, very appropriate timeout so far as well. I think that's where Team Pockets Too Big has the advantage against Big Racks. That Big Racks, you got Mr. Mike Gammons that we're seeing here, and we got Mr. Paul Lockwood as skill level 5s. That's their highest. The rest are 4s and 2.
Where are they out of?
Big Racks is the North Side division, if I remember.
North Side?
Yeah. Speaking of, I've seen a lot of chatter, guys. A lot of y'all are talking about some other places here soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So,
Because mostly all of my teams are going over to Legends when they open.
very cool.
It's just closer to the house. That's the biggest thing. Right off of Bay Meadows, and I live right near the Avenues Mall now, so
Yeah.
it's super close.
Yep. Get the breakout. Oh.
Actually, right here, I would actually get the 11 out of there and keep him, froze it up on his 2
Yeah.
ball, so he has to sacrifice the shot to play another safe.
Yep. Mr. Ray says, "What's up, guys, and thanks for the stream." Ray, what's up, buddy? How you doing, sir? And you are quite welcome. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you guys that are at home here and got your big screen TVs and want to enjoy it here as well. We are broadcasting in 1080p now.
Oh,
New camera, higher quality here, and we decided to push the envelope and just see if it would work for this weekend.
Here's
in
right
terms of
here.
internet.
If I was playing this, I would actually take the 6 ball out of there. Basically, tank the 6 out,
Get the
and
6
just-
out and snooker.
just freeze up one of the 2 so you can get one of your balls out. Because the 2 goes when that 6 moves.
Yep. Yeah, I think Matt may be playing a little passive here. First one was great, but I think it's a little too passive now to keep
I
up
like
with
the reggae going.
the 5.
If
Right?
You get that nice little move.
Good vibe.
He's probably going to, I would kick out the 5. Wouldn't even mess with the 2 and the 6.
Yeah, he's going to go straight for the 2.
Unless he tries to get him behind the 5. He tried. Really good try on that.
It's not a bad leave overall. He blocked access at least to the 12. The 11 still.
If he makes the 11 in the top left, he should have more pocket speed. He should have it in the 12 in the exact same pocket for it.
Yeah.
Unless he goes for the bank, which could favor you be going in the top right for both pockets.
Ray, he was specifically talking about Legends. So there's 2 new ones here in Jacksonville, and I don't want to harp on it too much here, but long story short, there's both Legends Billiards and Diamond Billiards. Diamond Billiards, if I remember correctly, was official soft opening on Monday, if I remember the post.
Monday at 4.
Yeah.
I wish I can go, but I have league that day, so.
There you go. Well, and we got the finals. So
Yeah, so. But at least it's at 4, so if you do want to go there, swing by and just do a little showing and then head this way. But
yeah, it's a very, very beautiful layout. I like the way the layout here is. The photos look good. So, and y'all know me, I'm a sucker for pool halls, so I love going here, there, everywhere. There we go. He needs to look. I don't know if that 8 goes that left-hand side. He's walking around on it, Matt, unless it's just that obvious. But I thought that 11's blocking access to the side.
I think it goes up in the top left, right between them.
Well, no, I'm talking about the 8 ball.
Yeah, the 8
Oh,
ball
8 ball top left-hand corner pocket? Okay, I see what you're talking about now. Sorry.
bottom left.
Yeah, he was trying to roll it more.
Here's a tricky shot. It's basically, if you go for this 8, you're leaving him a shot on one of the 2 balls no matter what.
Well, if you go for this 8, you may end up just making this 11 ball in the process anyways.
Yeah.
So, but this is a shot you go for without a doubt. You swing at this.
You got to trust your stroke on this one.
Yep.
Trust the shot.
Yep, trust the shot. Trust that's the right
Looks
call.
like he's going a little low on the cue ball so he can go between that gap.
I was going to say, he's going to smack dead into that thing no matter what.
But he left a little awkward angle on the 12, though. So if he shoots this in the right-hand side.
Yeah, Ray, Legends is the one close to Bay Meadows, and then Diamond is the one where
Old 9 ball was.
Old 9 ball heaven off of University.
You know the address by heart.
What a
Nice
shot.
shot.
What a shot. What a leave.
Perfect.
Oh, my gosh. You couldn't have asked for better. Because you don't want straight. Don't get it confused, Chad. You do not want straight in on this shot. Period. Don't. I like a little angle. A little bit's better. All right, Mike with a chance to get rack number 3 here. First opportunity on the 8 form. It's a good
shot.
What an out. Well played. Mr. MG showing up on the stream. That was very nice.
That was a good confident shot, too.
Yeah.
He didn't, kind of short stroke it, but he fired it in.
What's wild, though, is Matt on rack number 1, right, did a little too much on his last object ball and almost ended up scratching that left-hand side pocket with the cue ball. Mike Gammons had something similar and almost scratched the right-hand side pocket during the first rack, but both gentlemen overdid a little bit too much on their last object ball. Now Matt needed to do a little extra on the last object ball.
He did
it was tough because of the side pocket, but he didn't do enough. He still needed to be a little further above on an 8. So I think Matt's just getting still in stroke. I know I saw him practicing quite a bit a little while ago on the other table moment. And Yeah, that's the beauty of 8-ball, right? Like, oh, 8-ball got a little movement. But that's the beauty of 8-ball, right? For you Masters players, there is a overwhelming majority of time that if you get the choice, which if you win the lag, you get the choice between choosing game or choosing the break. And if you choose the game, the majority of you guys choose 8-ball. And that is
I
usually
always
to get.
choose the break. That's my.
You always choose the break?
Yeah, I choose the break.
I choose to break if I know they're going to play 9. If they're gonna play 8, I love messing up and flipping the table on them and starting with 9-ball. Unless it's Smitty, you never start 9-ball against Smitty.
No.
Ever in the history of ever, you're asking for, you're cruising for a bruising. That's what's happening here. Goodness gracious, we got some great people over here. We got Mr. Jules Rivera Jr. over here. Dakota's over here. Omar was over here. So Jules is rocking the purple.
I'm doubling it over here.
Yep. We got purple ribbons here. One of the sweet ladies here. Kitana?
Victoria.
It was Victoria. What was on the back of her shirt? She had something else on the back of her shirt yesterday.
I think it might have been a nickname.
Yeah, she was wearing her jersey yesterday. That was her sister's jersey. I know what this is for, but what I'm saying is the jersey she was wearing. So her name's Victoria. Forgive me. So Victoria lost her sister recently due to epilepsy. She was passing out ribbons yesterday, so we're obviously wearing this beautiful purple ribbon here in honor of her sister who passed away from epilepsy. Just trying to bring some awareness to it here. So I definitely gave her a big old hug. And anytime somebody loses a brother or sister like that,
It's
guys,
hard.
keep them in their thoughts and prayers, man. That's
Some people handle it differently. Some people handle it worse. It's a sensitive subject.
You always, the problem is you always have that reminder, right? You're like, this is their birthday. This would have been Christmas with them. Like, the problem is it's always going to be there, so it's tough. So definitely keep me in your thoughts and prayers, guys. But it was Miss Victoria was her name. Okay, sorry.
I think Katana might be her nickname on the back of her jersey.
Okay.
Because his is Sub-Zero over on the back of
Oh, that makes complete sense then.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, I know it was K, and of course you're cold. Jules Jr. looking at us saying, it's because I'm cold, man. Do you want on here with us? I have a third mic.
Maybe in a little bit.
Are you busy playing right now? I'm assuming.
I got
Okay,
two teams.
you're good. Handle your business, brother. Sorry, Chad. I normally don't do the side conversations here, but I wanted you guys to hear that for a second here in case we can get Mr. Jules Rivera Jr. on the mic here with us.
Rack look a little open on each side. The only problem ball mainly on stripes is the 15.
Oh, yeah. And Ray, you're absolutely right, man. Absolutely, man. It's our pleasure, man. I'm glad you're getting some of the information out there and knowing what's going on. And, yeah, we are having a great day at Beaches QBall today, man. It's nice. It's nice, man. Again, it's what you expect. We're in the World Qualifier. Final 24, fixed to be Final 12. Time to chop some people at the legs here. So,
Where's the other ribbon?
yeah, she left that over here yesterday.
Nice shot.
What a cut. Oh,
Little
barely.
titty love.
Pocket points.
Oh, sorry. Pocket points.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, now he just made the 13 his problem ball.
Yeah, but
Last shot.
I'm enjoying like how Mike's getting into this. By the way, every shot he's like trying to like use the what that just happened. What? He even gave a fist bump about it. Like what was that?
That cue ball went so fast in that side pocket.
This isn't me picking on him,
Literally.
but hold on,
That cue ball just.
dude. It blinked like it disappeared. It was
Oh.
like, oh my. And again, I also replay that. This isn't picking on him, but again, to shout
It's
out
sportsmanship.
the amazing sportsmanship. So, amazing sportsmanship. Wow, I can't believe how fast it just went. That I mean, I'm surprised the camera caught it. Like it was gone. That cue ball was like, I have somewhere to be. Oh my goodness gracious!
For my next trick.
Right? Oh man, actually, there's 2 cue balls on the table. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, he has a pretty good run right here. I
Very
would
good.
save the 1 if it goes in that side for the 8-ball.
Yeah, as long as the one goes in the right hand side pocket, I agree.
And if it doesn't, you save more or less the 6-ball for the 8. That's the run out right there. Those are 2 balls that you can use to get on the 8. That's the 2 big balls.
So this is one of those nice little opportunities where you just got to keep your head down and execute.
Want to get into the rhythm.
Yeah. Little wobble, but he's good.
Just stop it right there unless he takes. He might take the 1 ball now if it goes in that pocket, unless he has a little angle where he gets on that 6 ball. We'll find out in another couple seconds.
Oh, the 1 goes by. Yeah.
This here, you just don't want to hit into the 8 that much.
Yeah.
To get on. Okay, that's not bad though. He has a nice angle where he can go off 1 rail and take
Hop
the
back up.
8 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah. There you go. Right off that bottom short rail.
Perfect.
Get off the 14. Yeah, he's got a little breathing room. A little breathing room.
Those are the 1 shots I always hate.
Yeah.
Over a ball.
He's got a good firm bridge, though. What a
Good
run.
out.
What an out. Very impressive.
Just like that, 1 ball in hand can flip a rack real quickly.
Yeah, all unfortunate from a ball in hand, but I mean that was again that was still a great run out overall that he just performed, man. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. I felt like he felt very good confidence steering the rack. I feel like he looked, made sure about the 1 going where it needed to go, which was vital. Biggest pet peeve of mine is when you see skill level 5s.
Look at your out ball.
Yeah, when you see skill level 5s on the table, and then you get to the 1, you're like, oh, the 1 doesn't even go down there. And you're like, brother, like you should have looked at that from the get-go. Like that should.
There's this one
like
saying,
it's sitting next to the 8 ball. You definitely should have looked at that.
the one saying, this one older gentleman always told me, if you can't run out, leave 2 out.
There you go. I go by the rule of 3. I like leaving 3 on the table if I ain't got the run.
Good old Cigar Joe.
But yeah, you definitely don't go down to 1.
No.
They're The only time you go down to 1 is because you
I feel
thought
an
you
8
had
on
the
the
run
break.
and you magically messed up. So
Never mind. My theory was wrong.
you thought the 8 on the break.
It was move. It's been moving, so
Just getting a little movement.
that's the one thing that always gets close to me not getting a grand slam is the 8 on the break.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? There an 8 on the break is what almost keeps you from it.
I've got a streak right now that I'm trying to keep a hold, but sometimes it gets a little sketchy towards the end of the session.
I love it.
Trying to get my 3-peat for 9 on the snaps.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I got a little wall that has 2 of them already, and it has the little back-to-back. I was like, I'm going to try to get the 3rd one.
Gonna get the back-to-back-to-back.
Something the Chiefs couldn't do.
Right. Shiz on my YouTube channel here. How you doing today here? Welcome on into the stream, buddy.
Just don't get a Oh. Rolled a little bit too much.
Yeah, on top of the 1. Gonna have to 1 round kick this.
I don't know. Okay, it wasn't frozen.
Oh, gets
hey.
13. No rail, no rail, no
No
rail.
rail, but hey, he hit his ball first.
Yep. Ball in hand. And look at that sportsmanship right there. Already moved the cue ball. Let him know.
Actually, what ball I'll take first is that 3 ball. That's the only. Take the 3 ball on the bottom
Yeah,
left
because there's movement for the 7 and 1.
because the 5 can go off the 14 and it'll open up the pocket for the 2 ball.
Well, and it's going to be tough to get a good angle on the 5 being above it anyways to try to clip it all the way down. It's just a tight angle. You're going to be close up to it to do it anyway. So, yeah. And if worse and worse, even if you wanted to that, you use the 2 to then get that angle for the 5 if you decide to go bottom left. But I agree with you. I like the 5 off the 14.
And also opens up the pocket a little bit on the 8 too because you can use the 1 to get on the 8.
I see what you're talking about now. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, yeah.
If you take the 3 out, it opens up the pocket for the 8. Plus the 14 being. Now, if you don't move the 14, it just makes the pocket bigger. So.
Yeah. I don't like starting with the 7. It looks like starting with the 7.
Yeah. Unless
Yeah.
he's going to go 7, 3.
Interesting. Yeah, I think you're right. He is going to go 7-3. He must feel more confident about this run.
Good shot. Now you got. Probably going
Yeah, he's going to do 2. I think the run's gotten away from it a little bit on this. Oh, all that's changed now.
Yeah. It actually more benefits him, Mr. Mike there, because he actually made the 14 a little bit harder for Matthew to get on.
Yeah.
because you have to either get between the 2 and the 5 or above the 2 to get a decent chance.
And he doesn't have anything on the top end to make it easier to get up there.
If you put this with
James, welcome back in, bud. Yes, sir. Both gentlemen are skill level 5s. Yes, yes, indeed.
I think if Matthew wins this, even 2-0, I feel whoever they put up, Omar's going to go against them.
Yeah, Omar will definitely.
That's a smart move because if you win 2-0, you're up 5 to nothing.
Yeah, 5 nils a hefty victory.
Even if they throw a 5-up line or even a 3, Omar can.
Well, the only danger with that though is Big Rex does have a skill level 2, and I talked about this right off the bat in the beginning. I would save that 2. That if I had a chance to cut Omar with the 2, because this is a 7-2 race.
Yeah.
Like you got to run 7 racks and not make a mistake. Right, and I ain't saying the 2 is gonna for sure get a rack or not get a rack one or the other,
Well,
but
you got to think 7 racks. You can make a mistake once on the 8 ball, and guess what? They're on the hill.
they're on the hill. Yeah, it's tough.
Even 3s too, and 4s.
Yep.
4s are even more dangerous because they can run out of 4 or 5 balls, and they only need 2 racks.
Depending on the setup. Well, 4 against a 7.
I'm pretty sure it's a 5-2 race.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. Yeah, that's right. It goes down from the racks that the 7 needs. I love how much fun Mike is having. I mean, he's literally been great on this. Such good positive attitude. Mike Moore in the house wearing his new Road to Vegas shirt. Did you get you one of the shirts yesterday?
I got her long sleeve jacket.
There you go.
I was trying to win the lag competition, so I got it for free, but I didn't.
Nah. I like the idea.
I was like, hey, if I win this, guess what? I'm good. I'm golden. Smart shot. Really smart shot.
He can still do the 1 rail for that 4 ball.
I think he might have an edge on that 6 ball.
He does have a little bit of edge.
I think he could basically shoot the 6 out of that cluster to get a better pocket, and the 2's almost right in front of the pocket.
Yeah, I'm going for that 1 rail though.
He got more of it than I thought.
Yep.
Oh,
no.
Whew.
Hold on.
The side pockets have magnets.
Yeah, they do.
I'm calling it.
Hold my breath for a moment there.
Happened to me Friday when I was playing Jack. It hit the right in the middle of both of the top rail diamonds and went right into the side pocket. It stopped, looked at me, and fell.
That's funny.
That's why I forever never want to shoot towards the side pocket with the cue ball. This one I'll probably put a little bit of outside on it, hit into that 13. Or you can go right there where he's looking at right now and just play the open pocket, but that's a lot of margin of error because if you hit it too soft, you're hooked on the 6.
Mm-hmm.
I do like his artwork though on his legs though.
Oh,
those are nice.
I was talking about his jerseys earlier. I was like, man, I'm a huge fan of patriotic jerseys, so I like their team's jerseys.
One team on Friday had one that looked really cool. I think they're in for 9-ball.
There you go.
That's next weekend.
Nope.
Or is the following?
Nope.
Or is it in June?
Bingo.
In June.
Bingo. So June 7th is 9-ball World
June 7th?
Qualifier. Yep. So it's kind of like weekend on, weekend off multiple times. So it's this weekend.
Gives everybody a little break to recuperate.
We get a break. End of the month, we got MVP. So 31st and the 1st. Then we got June 7th for 9-ball World Qualifier. And then the 21st starts team captains. And then that's when we have a little bit of a break in between for the Elite Cup. Elite Cup will be on the 19th and 20th of July.
Are you streaming the MVP?
Yes, sir. Yep,
I'll be
here
playing
for the
them both.
MVP.
I didn't know I got both until my girlfriend said, "Hey, you're an MVP." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, if it works out the way it has been, we normally mainly focus on kind of the finals of the MVP.
Yeah.
So if not, it's crazy long day of streaming. So
that's a nice shot. That's actually a really good run right here. I would just if he has a more straighter angle, I would just stop it right there and just take the 8 all the way in the
Top
top
left.
left corner.
Yeah, I agree
But
with
if he has a little angle, he can kind of slide it just a little bit. Okay, so he was more straight. He put it on the spot, too.
Yeah, he did. Look at that. Great call.
Whoever won a really fun game,
Yeah.
closest to the spot off a shot, it's really fun.
I like that idea. That's a cool one.
And it actually helps your pinpoint position play. Ooh. Long and straight.
Omar's going
Worst
to
ones.
get him on that one.
Give him the words of encouragement. Long and straight on the 8 ball. When sometimes most 7s can miss them too.
Now, where Mike can get in trouble here is if he pots both of these. There we go. There we go. S6 thought about it for a second now.
Now here's the fun thing. You either draw it out or go around. You go around. Okay, yeah, that's probably the best bet.
There we go.
Because if you try to go around, you can get up close on the wrong side of the 8 ball and have to try to kick it in or try to play it safe.
Yep.
Just got to watch out.
There we go.
Good shot.
He says I don't have to watch for none other than that 9 ball or 8 ball drop. All right, Big Rax is officially on the board, which is awesome to see.
I still think if Matthew still wins this, I think Omar might still go up.
Yeah. Yep.
And have a chance. If you win 3-0, that means you're done. You're done for the match. Even if he wins 2-0 for some reason, if they throw a 5 on him,
It means they have to play perfect the rest of the matches.
yeah. And the next player he has, if it's a 4, they just got to win
One rack.
one rack.
Yep.
And then they're golden. They're going on to the semis. I'm pretty sure. Are they the winners side?
Either way, it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So right now, we're in, if you will, the quarterfinals.
Okay, yeah.
And so even the people in the one-loss side brackets, when they finally move over to the winner's side. So, yeah, so this is the quarters, then the semis, and then the finals. But we'll only have the quarterfinals and the semifinals today. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the finals.
Get all rested up.
Six
Get your mind
teams.
right.
Yep. 6 teams will enter. 3
One-
teams will go to Vegas. 3 teams will go to the APA Southeast Challenge.
That's where I got moved to a 7 for the first time.
Was Southeast Challenge?
Yeah.
There you
go. Think back in 2019.
Okay. I remember we got moved to a 9.
Yeah.
I remember that was at 9-ball heaven.
Then I had to play Rod Wren, so it was a.
Yep.
It got thrown in the shark bin real quick.
Oh, dude, you were not just in the deep in the ocean. You were in that what is that something trench or whatever?
Marina trench.
Yeah. You were in there. You were like,
Hey, I kept up with them. I went out swinging.
yeah. You were like, there's no bottom. There's this has an infinite drop. This does not stop.
That's how I walked into that match. I was like, you know what? I might not beat him, but I'm going to give my dangest a try.
Oh yeah.
Until I scratched twice.
It was great. I got to see a little bit of Rod play in Vegas during the singles this last time. That was fun to see. He made it to the final room. So
That year, he did beat me. He made it all the way to the finals.
yep.
So I'll take it.
Yeah. If you got to lose to the person, you
They almost go.
better.
They almost
Yeah.
go and win it.
Yeah.
I'm good. We should make a Scotch Doubles team.
Oh my Lanta.
Tons of fun.
That would be a great name, by the way, for it too. That would be hilarious. Wow.
He might be at the tournament we're going to in July. It's a super doubles. Me and Mikey's playing in it.
Very cool. There we go. Smooth stroke from Matt. Worry about this little 5-7 situation over here.
Trying to see if the 5 goes, but he's right in front of the camera. Well, he got the 5 ball out of there, but it looked like he hit just the 5 ball. He didn't hit the 7 first, too. So.
Have a block over here.
Spare one, but I got a USB port. You see charge?
Yeah.
Wait, is USB-C? I don't have that. Shit. Yep. Yours doesn't charge via USB-C?
Huh?
Is yours lightning or what is? Yeah, you have the older iPhone.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, with ball in hand, I would take the one ball, put
One
a
ball,
little
get an
angle.
angle. Yeah.
Okay, good timeout there. I think he's going to tell him the exact same thing.
I hope so. If not, you need to go give Omar a timeout.
Walk over. I'm substituting for Omar. I'm giving him the timeout for now.
Be like if both you and I behind the booth here are seeing it, you're higher skill level, higher level player than I am, and we're both saying yes. You use the one ball. You definitely have a little bit of angle to where it's going to clip into the 7 no matter what.
He's going to. I would mainly worry about hitting the 10 ball with enough speed so the 10 ball blocks the cue ball so you can still have a shot afterwards. Okay, that works. Okay.
Still got eyes on the 2, right?
Maybe.
I'm not messing with the 7 yet. I'm taking the 2.
Let's see, just plays it nice.
Man. Yeah, I wasn't taking that 7 right there.
But he does have a good leeway of the cluster Mike has over here.
This is the issue I'm telling you with Mike Gammons, though, man. He has been the top dog so far that I've seen right now between that team of handling issues.
Now, here's the thing.
He's done so good.
With them only having a high rank of a 5, is Mike the better? I'm not trying to be that guy, but is he the one that can handle playing the higher rank, or the one who can play more even?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know.
Because if he can,
Sam and Paul Lockwood. So
yeah, if he's better against the high ranks, could that be them almost kind of setting yourself up for failure? Because if your other 5 can't handle that weight difference.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you're thinking that maybe he's the better of the 2 5s to where he would have been the better one to partner up against Omar, because Omar's going to play. Let me double check here.
I think Omar's played every round. That I've been here. So
yeah, there ain't a chance he's not playing. Not with the lineup he has. I mean, he's got 2 3s on his team, and he has 2 5s, so he can do 7 5 5 3 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the lineup. Well, he played a 4.
He did.
So
John played yesterday as a 4. Ethan did as well as a 4. So, but needless to say, his team has a little bit better flexibility overall. They got options. So,
I will take the 13. Or you could try to
15. 15 first, bump the 9.
Yeah.
Well.
Or you can even take the ball he's looking at and block that pocket.
Yeah. I didn't see him hitting it that hard.
Well, I think he just made that 8 ball a little bit more difficult on the end.
Yeah, he did. And in a good way, too.
I would take the 2 first. Unless he's going to play. Okay, that's a great shot.
That's
a great shot.
What a shot. Hook, line, and sinker. Wow. Defense.
Oh, he just gave him. He just placed the ball in hand for it.
Yep.
But I don't think there was really that much options he had to hit where that ball was.
Mike Gammons playing the defense right back, as we saw on the stream there at the very end. That is a defensive shot, chat. There's been questions about it almost every time in chat of, wait, that's the defense shot? Yes. You picking up ball in hand is you choosing to end your turn at the table. You're not looking to get back to the table.
You're not playing an offensive shot.
It's defensive.
Well, I'm saying he's not going for a shot at all. He's sacrificing the turn for it.
Yep.
Which could be a smart move because where the 8 ball's at.
Yeah, he didn't
8
want
ball
ace on the free up the 8.
Like it only goes mainly in one pocket. It's right where his other 2 balls are.
Yep, top right hand corner pocket, yeah.
Unless he banks it. That's the only other option you have. Looks like
don't even make this.
Looks like he's trying to get to that position.
He is. He had such a tight window to get into for that.
I think he can see it. He can see it.
I just don't know if it goes in that pocket.
I don't know how much the 13's blocking. You might be lucky just at least to get a good hit, though, and at least get it to a rail. I mean, there still is a little bit of cluster for Mike, though.
Okay, he had a whole ball to hit.
Yeah, but he was just looking to get to a rail. It did not go to that top left-hand corner pocket.
At least he's out in the open, so if he tries to play safe, he has a better chance of actually hitting the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's looks like maybe a full diamond off the top short rail. and not even full diamond over from the left-hand long rail for where the 8-ball is. So when you're within diamond striking distance on a diamond table, you've set yourself up for pretty good success. Right, that's the little square that you want to be in.
That's the one system I want to learn for kicking, the diamond system.
Yeah, I need to learn it too. Dennis Term, one of my previous captains, tried to teach it to me. I didn't pay enough attention.
It's a tricky thing for it. My dad played a person in Vegas when he won doubles that I think it was the other guy. The other one owned the pool hall.
Yeah.
And
wow, way, what a shot! And with the booyah to go along with it, what a cut and a half. That is a crazy cut right there. Crazy.
It just trickled in there. It just.
I can't believe it went by the 8 though. It should have hit the 8 along the way, and it somehow or another opened up just enough.
But the guy Dad was playing mastered the diamond system.
Yeah.
Like, he knew every spot on the table. My dad tried to play safe. He hit it every time. He's like, there's not much I can do with it. If you can't leave somebody on the table where they know every which way possible,
Yeah.
It's hard to.
He's one of those people where, you have to, Matt needs to be careful about that, by the way.
Yeah.
Matt needs to be very careful about moving stuff around.
He gave him. He gave it to him.
That's my fault. I misunderstood them.
Yeah.
So I was looking over getting the score ready.
It's now 4-1.
By the way, chat, what I'm referring to, by the way, here is I thought Matt went after that shot and then started moving stuff while the key ball was still moving. You've got to be cautious. Let it come to a rest.
It looks like Matt's not going for the 8 on the break anymore. Looks like he went out a little bit more to get more of a.
He doesn't need
straight.
to. He doesn't need to. He needs to stay closer to center. So nothing on the table dropped.
Especially being Hill and Worlds,
Yeah.
I don't like going for the 8 on the break. Even
Man,
when
you
I
just lose
played,
so much control. Like,
it's the factor of if you do make it, you can have that one unfortunate kick, and you scratch, and guess what? The whole rack's gone.
yeah,
you
that's-
lost.
Yeah, and we have seen that on stream already.
Or even send
Not
it off
here,
the
but-
table.
Yeah.
Because some people try to put so much. The 8 on the break, you don't have to put that much power on it. If it's a good rack, it's going to spread.
The only thing I really don't agree with, Mike shouldn't have given it to him, though. I would have made him shoot it. Like, we're in World Qualifier quarterfinals. Made him
It's
shoot everything.
That's a pressure. He misses it. Guess what? You're racking the table, and
Yeah.
you have a chance to. You had a chance to win it out for your
Yep.
team.
Charlene says, "Come on, Mike. Come on, indeed, Charlene. Yell at him. He's playing great. I mean, he's
playing smart.
there's a couple shots that are just through this roof phenomenal that he's had. So
Looks like he. Ooh. Throw that back a little bit. Oh, or a decent amount.
a little too hard, a little too fast, a little too furious. Got him on that one. Well, yeah, Charlene. Come on, Mike. Indeed. I mean, like I said, he's done phenomenal. But here we are once again at another great matchup. Same skill level players here. Like this has just been so good.
It's pretty evenly matched too.
Oh, these two. Yeah.
Couple mistakes from each player. The other player capitalized, and then it's like.
Well, both players have had their strong suits of the matchup. Absolutely have.
I think Matt has more of the safety and two-way, like, methodical thinking.
Yep.
Mike is just making the shots.
Mike's very aggressive for the most part, and the problem is like we saw earlier on, like he really understands the table of like how to get some of them breakout stuff. Like he sees it quite a bit better. But this is cool though because with both of them combined, right? Of their knowledge,
it's a perfect.
It's a skill level, a higher end skill level 6. Like if they both take from each other the part they're missing, they're definitely I'd say at least a mid, maybe higher level 6, without a doubt. Which is cool because you should expect this from 2 established 5s. Like now, newer 5, it may be a little different.
It
but
feels like Mike has played a little bit of straight pool because of
I
the
would
knowledge of that breakouts.
I would agree. That would make complete sense. If he came back and said that, that would make complete sense.
But I think Matt plays more decent amount of one pocket too with Omar in their spare time, so he has that defensive thinking mindset and not hitting hard and all that.
Yeah.
Which comes up handy in 8-ball, because 8-ball, if you stop it in the pocket, guess what? That's your pocket unless somebody makes it.
You like that leave?
You got to go out that door. She went out that door.
Trey and Holly had me cracking up yesterday, by the way, here. And they both would, like, come down the same aisle towards the booth, and I just happened to look over, and then one goes out this door, one goes out that door, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? And they were like, leave everybody guess. And I'm like, I guess so. They're like, we meet in the middle. It cracked me up so much yesterday. It was hilarious. I was like, I don't understand what is going on here. Like, what has happened?
Well, what happened was,
This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the fun of World Qualifier. Like, everybody's having a good time, man.
there was a person yesterday saying, "Oh, they're nervous when they have to play next." I'm like, don't be nervous.
Yeah.
Just have fun and play.
Yep.
The person who's shooting better is gonna. If you're both shooting good, and you end up still losing, what's to be mad at? Like,
Yeah.
you played out, and
That's the thing that I think a lot of us want, right, from a game perspective is, you know,
you want to play good.
If we felt like we brought a higher level version of our game, maybe not the best, maybe not the tippy top, but at least up there of our game, and they brought their best and they happen to get the win, we're like, cool, like it is what it is, you know, like what are you to be mad about? So
Look.
I think the disappointing moments is when it's like, no, like there's 3 shots that like I make on a very consistent, a very high level basis. I make these shots on a regular basis and I missed them each time. Like that's the disappointing parts.
Like just this past Monday, I did a pre-match with Logan in Masters.
Ooh, how'd that go?
I had a couple unlucky rolls. He was playing better. I lost 7-2. I was like, I took the 2 games that he's better in 8-ball than me,
Yeah.
and I took 2 games in 8-ball. I
Hey,
couldn't
there
get
we go.
nothing in 9-ball.
I had him on
He
that.
I was like, oh, okay, that is what it is.
The one time I played against him, I was up 2-0 against him, and it was 8-ball. And then we got to 9, and he just skyrocketed. I'm like, and I love 9 so much.
A couple scratches, I shot the 7-ball and came all the way down table and scratched. I was like,
Aw.
nah, it's,
Bah humbug.
yeah, it is what it is. Can't win them all. If we won them all, we wouldn't be in it. You'd be on the scene with all the pros.
Right.
Traveling the world, seeing all the things. He's taking a 13 now. Oh, I can see. Okay, you can see,
Yep.
you can see the good bit of the ball. He actually set it up pretty decently.
Yeah, 10's a problem now, though. I think he needs
If
to
he can-
spike this down with some bottom coming between the 7-8, pop back
If
up.
he has a good angle where he can just run into the 10 ball with just straight follow, little high ball.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, I cannot believe he just curved that over like that. He did too much. He's
Or
getting,
not enough.
Yeah, he's getting
That's that
punished
little
for it.
borderline.
That's that same as him and Matt were doing earlier on in that first rack. It's like you just did too much. There's a
did,
window to
though.
go right between the 7-8 and pop back upfield.
He gave Matt a really good opportunity to actually close this match out.
Yep. Especially if he can roll up on this, get to the right-hand side of that one if he's got the angle that I'm seeing. Oh, no, roll it up, bud. Oh, yeah, I don't
Unless
yeah,
he
I
takes
have the angle.
Unless he takes the 2 to get on the 1. Because
Now-
if you
now-
miss,
Now you're doing too much on your 2, though.
well, this is like kind of a 2-way shot. If you do draw it into the pocket, you're blocking that pocket for him.
Yeah. Yeah, you
But
rattled it.
then also you have your shot on the 1.
But then you're doing too much on your 2 and you missed. Gosh darn it. Dakota. Although I will say the shot that he just took on it 2, I love doing bottom right on it from his point of view. And when you land it lands so cleanly.
It's just natural.
It's so ridiculous how beautiful it just opens up. And you're like, I just did that. And you're like, you darn Skippy, I just did that. It looks so cool. It's one of my
He
favorite
might try
shots.
to make his 2 ball. Make his 2 ball and kind of put him frozen, like on the 50-yard line of the 7.
Spike it, bottom, 3 rail at top left-hand corner pocket.
Why not?
It's only the game-winning rack.
I like this guy's nickname on his shirt. I saw it yesterday.
What was his nickname on the shirt?
Chugs.
Chugs.
I love it.
Chug.
I don't know why. I just like it.
Dude, don't tell me. Don't even remotely tell me he's pointing to be able to do this 3-railer. Oh, he's looking at the regular bank. He's looking at the regular bank.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, if he does this, I'm going to lose myself. Like, Missy Elliott done popped up in here. Music make you lose control. Like, lose myself.
That's still a hard bank because you got to watch out for the cue ball coming up and hitting it out.
Like, Eminem, lose yourself. Like, goodness gracious.
Oh, he actually did go for the 3. And he got perfect on the 8.
Shut. Get out of here, Mike. Stop it. Stop it.
So it looks like their team doesn't play like more of that defensive. They go all out on
They're
it.
very offensive. Very offensive.
Yeah, they're going all out and just going.
But you said you felt like Matt's more the defensive guy. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lanta.
If he would have made it, I think Mike would have ran around the table.
Oh, my gosh. He should have.
I would have.
Oh, my. I would
would've
have ran around the tables for him. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to adjust the camera real quick.
Yeah. My Tim, what are you doing? I don't know if anybody knows what they're doing. Does anybody really know what they're doing? I don't know. That was amazing.
That was wild.
Mike, you're my hero. Oh, my goodness gracious. Chat, y'all have got to, like, you've got to be sitting here and be like, this commentator is absolutely crazy 3-rail it, and then to see the object ball go 3 rails. Oh, my Lanta.
I learned these tables sometimes with the, like, if you try to go for more of the multiple rail banks, that's always the second rail always has that weird effect where it won't go more true what you're thinking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened because he was trying to hit up here more, right in the middle of the bottom rail to come out, but it just kind of widened out off that second rail.
Matt West here, doppelganger, cheering on Mr. Matt here on stream. Both gentlemen are skill level 5, Cinco y Cincos. Don't know what we're waiting on over here, though.
Oh, I guess he was waiting for Omar for a timeout. He's just out of the camera view where we couldn't see where he was at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the 7-1-2. Yep. Just natural, a little high ball, and it comes right where Omar's basically saying.
Yeah.
From in the side.
7 in the side's going to naturally bring you up that top left-hand quadrant.
I'll go a little higher on the cue ball, though. Just a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. Because if he hits it just right, it should come off that one rail perfectly for the 2. Just got to trust your shot on this one. Oh, he played safe. Oh, my God, look at this. Ooh, smart shot. Known Matt since high school, hoping big pockets too big would do good today.
There we go. Like that,
Hey.
Matt West.
Good old childhood buddies.
Yep. By the way, yeah, there's a lot of y'all in the stream already. First thing, start of the day here. Sometimes the first stream of the day, it takes a little bit to get off, and here are
Everybody's still recovering from
Yeah.
Saturday night.
over 50 of y'all already in stream here. Let's go. Great showing today. Thank y'all.
I want to see where they got their jerseys at.
Oh. First time it's got hit. That's why I taped it.
Cool little. Oh, he tried to go all out on that ball. Now here's a weird thing. Do you go 2-1 or 1, the 1 then the 2? Because they both have about the same result-wise for position on the 8.
No, you're good right where you at, bud.
Okay. Really nice angle on that QBall.
There it goes. I'm like, "Ooh, not letting me tilt this thing up."
A little bit inside on there. Go out 2 rails for the 8 on the short side.
I
for
think
the bottom left.
I think because the one was out in the open a little more, I think I would have went probably 2-1 under normal circumstances. However, seeing how he potted the one as good as he did, I like the lead he had on the 2.
Oh, it's going towards the side.
Woo. For the potential win of this matchup, he's going to wait just a moment. He's even pointing, letting them
See,
know.
I would want out with it.
Yeah.
Kind of go towards the backside of the 8 ball.
WDY over on the YouTube side said 1-2, same pocket.
That is also another way too. The 1
2,
to
same.
stop it,
Yeah.
and then have the 2, and you have basically to a point have the same angle. This one you just gotta trust the shot. Nice, smooth,
Hits short on it.
but still not a bad leave. Pretty long shot, so
And not until Mike Gammons does a nice little bank shot here and then gets perfect shape for the 8-ball. One take corner
back cuts
pocket.
it, 5 rails, perfect straight in on the
Oh
8.
Lord.
Calling it.
Oh my Lanta.
You called one, so I'm gonna try to call one too.
I was joking with mine. Like mine was like a. Talking about being Sunday, that was a Hail Mary full of grace situation is what mine was, and I mean it wasn't impossible for it to happen.
No,
like,
it's not.
You know, but it was just a wild time to be alive.
This is a lot of pressure on this shot right here. Nah. I could tell you why he missed it by a little bit.
No?
Right when he got down, he had an open bridge.
Yeah. Oh,
a
did he
closed
change bridge?
He changed it to a open bridge
I
right at
have
the
that
last
habit.
second.
I have that habit too.
I did. I burned it through my memory. If I change anything on the shot, just stand back up.
Yep.
Or if somebody, if I'm in this situation right here, if somebody walks by in the shot, just stand up.
No, don't use bottom. Don't roll forward. Roll forward.
I think he was mainly using. Wow. That was,
Yeah, you still roll forward on that though. You leave Mike a tougher shot, which the 8 got in the way.
Hey, I said the back cut. It's going.
Hill is where the nerves come in.
There was no reason for him to out of it and roll forward on it.
No, the reason why he did is to keep it on this side. It's a two-way shot.
2-way would have been better, but the ball's a little further left.
And I agree.
Yeah.
But it's still on this side of the table.
I'm calling back cut 5 rail straight in the 8 ball on the side. Oh no, he went for the bank.
Yeah, he loves the banks.
Overhit it? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It goes.
It didn't go in play. Omar is right, though. Hill's where the nerves come in, without a doubt. And it has to. It deserves that respect. What an out. Good
Nice
showing
game.
from both gentlemen.
Good big hug.
Yep.
I would love to play against Mike. Because we both have that vibe. What is it? What is the kind of word I'm thinking of? Like the vibrant, while playing, the
Yeah, the-
emotions.
the
Bro, that would be
vibes.
so
Yeah.
fun. That's why me and Chris Tarrant always likes playing against each other.
Yeah.
Because we're always joking around with each other and all that. So it's just you don't really realize you're playing league and you're just playing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that. It's all on stream that you won.
That was a nice match indeed. It was very, very well played. Very well played. Again, both gentlemen having their strong suits within the rack overall. And again, if they learn from each other on both ends, they're going to be dangerous sixes, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I think Omar's getting ready to play.
I'd be surprised if he isn't, just to be honest with you, but I'm waiting to see for sure. Yep, Omar definitely is.
Smart move.
It is the move. This is the coveted.
This is either you play what would this be? The 4th match after this one.
Mm-hmm.
You play where your player only needs 1, or you don't even play the 4th match and you win in 3. That's the
True. And the wild thing is we're still an hour and 44 minutes away from sudden death. They have not.
decent
held
teams
back,
I
yeah.
really like too.
Yeah.
Both shoot decently quick, where it's just in and out.
Yep.
Another good person I like playing is Mike Crosby. Me and him,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
me and him are quick. So We were playing one Friday. I think we got to the 6th rack in a matter of 15-ish minutes.
There you go. There
It
you
was
go.
just, I missed, he ran out. He missed, I ran out. It was just back and forth. I think on this commentary booth is to try not to laugh on the other people around us.
Right. Oh, hold on here. Just a second.
Mr. Omar wins the rack. The right to break first. All depends on what rank he is. The guy that's for big racks, Tim is going to go check to see what the player name is for it. So we can put it on there, right? I think if he's a 5, I wouldn't go for the 8 on the break. I'll just go for more of the opener tables and try to have the run out pool.
All right. That is Mr. Christian, skill level 4.
Ooh, I would definitely not go for 8 on the break then. I'm going for.
His name over here. So a 7 versus a 4.
5-2 race.
Woo!
Just, it's kind of a smart move on big racks too, because they knew they're probably thinking they're throwing their 7 up next no matter what.
Yeah.
You throw a 4 on them, has your best chance for weight wise of the racks that Omar and your player has to win.
Yeah.
One mistake, you're on the. One mistake by Omar, you're on the hill. And if they can run a couple balls and then play safe, that's even better.
100%. Hey, Courtney, welcome in here. No, there are not different lines for different tables unless the individual players have went live themselves. I've seen some people with their phones out doing their own individual matches. But in terms of the streaming and commentary here and with our wonderful portable setup here, we focus primarily on one table at a time. JT, how's it going today, bud? Hope you're doing well.
It's like
Yeah.
EQ's pretty straight too.
I definitely like this setup though. I think I think again, this is very similar to the joke I was making earlier. I think this is kind of the Hail Mary, right, to an extent, because Big Racks has to get the win here. In some form, well, it has to get at least a point.
Yeah, if they get on the hill, it makes it a lot easier for the fourth match and fifth match. Now, if he doesn't, it's basically they're going home, and Omar's pocket's too big.
Actually, no, because hold on, if Omar wins, it'll be, if he goes hill, that would make it 7-2.
Well, yeah, if it goes hill, 7-2, the next match.
That's what I'm saying. So you're assuming Christian only gets a point here. No, that's 7-2 because Omar Pocket Too Big will have their third win. So no matter what, Big Racks will have to 3-0-3-0.
Yeah.
And match up 4 and 5. Yeah, they've got to get the win here, no matter what. They've got to get the win.
I didn't now think about It's
Yep.
It's a lot of pressure on Christian.
Hopefully he doesn't know that.
From my experience of running a team, and I don't tell them that unless I'm like if they just need one rack, I'm like, just worry about just one rack at a time.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to tell them. Now if it's like a must win, I'm just going to be like, hey, same thing, just one rack at a time, just play your game.
Mm-hmm. Courtney, in a perfect world, which we have a very beautiful portable setup here, able to really set up and sit down and move around and stuff. In a perfect world, I'd love if each pool hall could invest the money one day out of nowhere and have a camera on every table with overview and them keeping their own scores to where it's just easy just to hit one button, flip the table, you instantly get a score update and jump into it. Yeah, one day that's coming. Like that's where the world's kind of coming to for the most part, but it just ain't here yet.
Takes time.
Yep.
Time and money.
Mr. Kevin Early on the YouTube side. What's up, buddy? What's up, Jax APA? This is Kevin Early. Miss everybody. Miss you too, brother. Hope you're doing well and blessed, man. Love your face, my dude. Love Kevin Early, man. Good people right there.
That. Wow.
Yeah.
That one really wide on him.
He hit it kind of soft, too. So
I think it was mainly doing it for the shot on most likely the 5, but for him probably the 1 because it's just.
Well, and this is where Omar, this is where when you're a Super 7, right, yourself included in this equation here, this is where you got to understand to bring it down a notch.
You can't go all out.
You can't. Yeah, there's no need. There's no need for you to have to break and run against this guy when you're playing a skill level 4. This is where you got to understand that, hey, you should. I'm putting in air quotes because you never know what happens, right? There could be a really golden setup for somebody on a table. This is where you should assume you're going to have a couple innings to get to the table. Set yourself up
60% or lower. 50. Usually, it's always. I always got told 70% of a chance you making a shot.
Yeah.
Don't go for it. This is 60 now. Like
Yeah.
if you know you can't go for it and have a chance of not leaving out, just play it safe.
Yeah.
Play or even a 2-way. Just make sure you're not kind of leaving the rack wide open.
Courtney, it would be really cool one day. Like, and granted, it's going to take a lot of work from a streaming setup still. But, I mean, just imagine a perfect world where it's like, cool, all right, well, we're tuning in. Oh, my goodness gracious, look at this matchup here between this person and this person. This is really good. Right
you
now,
almost
this
got
team's up to this, and just, boop, hit a button. You know, their live score is already there, populating. The names are already populating. Like, all this that you see on screen, we populate. So every time you see me reset the scores, add the scores, update the numbers, all that kind of stuff here, that's us populating everything. So there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. I'm not saying it'd be like, gosh, I do a lot of work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just explaining why, like, one day when that comes, like, we're all going to be spoiled rotten. Like, we would have just gotten vehicles for the first time ever that have air conditioning, like, spoiled rotten. Like, that's how spoiled rotten it would be. You know what I mean? Like, we went all this time without having these options, and now magically it'll be a normal world with that. So
I think he might try to break out this 1 ball right here. Kind of play with a little bit of low outside and just come off right shallow of that first diamond near the top right pocket.
ooh,
He overdid it.
yeah, he went long on it, so shorter.
I would just give him ball in hand.
Yeah, don't bring it up just yet.
Or
I agree.
go for the 5 at least. Just kick
Actually,
it to 5.
no.
nice and soft.
I would hit his 10 and see if I can hit the 10 to the bottom short rail.
I don't know.
Was that a hit after the bottom rail?
I think it hit it thin and then came off and then hit it again. But
Okay, yeah,
that,
yeah.
But that's that's a smart shot. Don't break out the 11. And you don't give him ball in hand too, where he has a.
Courtney
it
talking
10?
about the cameras here, saying that makes sense. This is one of my first few tune-ins to 8-ball. Well, I'm glad you're here, my dear.
See right here, I would actually take the 12 first.
12's better, yeah. 10's so nice and close to that side pocket.
Well, the 10's the breakout for the 11.
I don't think he's gonna see
Well, no,
or
well,
look
no,
as
he-
much for the breakout.
Yeah. But here, if it was me, I'm calling a timeout and telling him to play that 11 out.
Yep. Well, off the top short rail on it, right?
Yeah.
Like one rail kick into it, so that way the QBall stays with 11.
No, he's gonna play it soft and just play a little. But I think he might have gave him the 1 ball.
He might have.
But that's still a long, straighter shot.
Nope.
Where if he does miss it in the pocket, it's leaving him 2 balls wide open. So it's a big shot for Omar.
There we go. What a
Drills
shot. Drills it on home.
Nice
Wow.
shot.
Very little
Good
snaps
confidence.
and claps. Yeah, that was. I was worried too. I talked about Chad earlier about so many of the double hits and being just so close to balls and stuff. I get so concerned, but you hit that with such a good angle and speed. Very impressive.
That's the knowledge of coming in.
Yep.
Ooh.
Sorry, 8-ball don't go there no more.
But that's not actually a bad result to it, though.
Nope.
Because the 8 ball's blocked now for that pocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 8-ball don't go there no more. Like,
I would take that 11 all day. First. That's
no,
smart.
no.
Because if you take the 11 you're naturally gonna get on the 12 because he hits actually pretty soft. He's not he don't have that really hard hit, so he can actually get a decent angle on that 12 to come out.
So use the 12 here to pop into the 8.
Yeah, I would use the 12 as the ball to get because you can only get on the 8 on one side.
No, I'm not talking about getting on the 8. I'm talking about using the 12 right now and a little bit of outside English here to pop into the 8. Is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he needs to pop that 8 close to that side pocket.
Or he plays it really soft and plays the bank.
Could go for the bank, yeah.
So he actually hits pretty. Ooh.
He's got maybe a better angle now to do what I was talking about. As long as it doesn't hit too
It's
hard, he needs it open.
The big shot right here. This is
He needs to the cue ball needs to hit bottom into the 8. He needs to hit right where the 8 is on the 8 ball. He missed it.
good
He
try
missed
though.
it. Yep. Great sportsmanship. Very good job. Man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. He's doing good holding up against Omar.
Yeah, getting down to one ball left
Yep.
before the 8. Now Omar does, even though some people say they don't have pressure, Omar has a little bit of pressure because he's spotting them 3 games
Yeah.
right off the rip.
And Omar automatically being team captain and stuff, how much he cares and everything, he's going to have pressure regardless. It's just a matter of sometimes.
Some people can handle it better, some people can't.
Well, not just even handling it. Omar kind of reminds me of Samantha Lamont, right? When we saw Samantha Lamont in Vegas and we were live streaming some of those matches, I knew the amount of pressure she was under and how, like, I don't want to say she buckled before, but, like, she'd literally be in tears over a match. Like, it became that much pressure on her. I'm not picking on her. I'm just saying, like, to describe, like, how hard it was.
Vegas is
It's tough. It's tough, right?
Never really played in like a championship wise, but I can just you can kind of read the room whenever people are playing. Just the atmosphere is just like you're here.
Yeah, 100%. But I know, like, how much Omar cares, you know, especially being on the team captain team I was with him on before. And sometimes, like, him and Sam Lamont are able to just convert that, what would be negative energy for the rest of us, and convert it into just a huge positivity for them to be able to get the wins that they need to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good match indeed. Good match indeed, Miss Courtney. Well, Omar's got the first one out the way, which is a big plus. So, best case scenario, if Big Rax gets the win here, best they can do is only get up to 3 out of the 5 points here against Pockets Too Big.
It's actually really. If the 15 went, it wouldn't be as bad. Because he only made the one ball off the break, it looks like.
Yeah, he's supposed to roll a 6 into it as well. Roll
Gonna
bottom,
try
force
to-
it
yeah.
top on the 6, force
Nice
follow.
shot.
Yep. Bottom on the cue ball, hitting it firm like that, forces that object ball, that 6 to have top.
This one's just nice and smooth.
Beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Woo, I didn't think it was going to rattle that much like that. It looked
didn't either.
pretty good at first. I might have called it a little too early there. Sorry, Omar. Ain't trying to commentate curse nobody on that one, but it looked good in the neighborhood.
The 4 ball now is in a little trickier spot.
Yeah.
Unless he can use the 2 ball to get on that. Ooh. It's not bad leave, though. All of his balls have a pocket. That's
Well,
a good thing.
With the 4, though, 4 is going to have to do, like, rail 10 corner. It's just going to have a little nudge. I don't think there's a full opening for it to go by.
All depends on where he gets left with the cue ball. If he gets the ball in hand, he's going to take the 4 first. Most likely.
That charger one. USB-C, right? I don't want to have your stuff plugged into my shoulder. If I have an issue, I just don't want something to go bad. Whereas, like, I think this cable works.
Nice little shot for Christian. Yeah. You could definitely tell the Christian is definitely feeling a good bit of the pressure because I don't know how he actually plays, but he's just really thinking about every shot. Just make sure he's making the right shot and everything. It's just everything's just nice and smooth for it.
What a leave. What a snuckering up on that 2 ball here. Omar can still work with the 5 some, but that was smart.
It's just
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think he is being
he has
over methodical, maybe. But I think it deserves it, though, right?
yeah he got a tough match on his hands right here.
Yes,
Omar
he
is
does.
no like If Omar's on, sometimes he might not even let you get to the table.
There's right now in this room, there's about 5 people that I can think of that can take Omar on right this very second without a doubt in my mind. I'm one of those 5. I just had to say, I want to set for that. You guys, by the way, Dakota, the whole time sitting there nodding head, he's like, yeah. He's like, wait a minute, he's thinking through, and I'm like, he has no clue. I'm fixing to just throw this out there and total mess with him for a second here. I'm just joking. I don't know who all's in the room can take Omar on, but you're not wrong though. Omar, regardless of me making a joke, in all seriousness for a second here, I mean, look at that. Literally, he's fixed to switch which hands he would shoot with. Like, and he can do it too. Like, he can definitely switch from left to right. No rail,
Actually,
no
that's
rail, no rail.
Yep,
9 ball.
9 ball got the rail. But he opened his 4 ball up.
Yes,
so
he did.
That's
And look where that 8's sitting. Again, you're in the diamond striking range, right? That's such a great rule of thumb on these tables. And I play the joke because the tables are diamonds, but literally, if you can be no more than 1 diamond over and 1 diamond up from your corner pockets, you're in such a good zone.
Oh, draw stop.
Yeah, that was
So
nice.
I definitely would try to get the 14 out as quick as possible because that's the only pocket ball that really don't have that much of a pocket. It has 2 side pockets. The top, his arm's in the way for it. See if it goes past the 4. Nice shot. There's a good chance right here.
Yeah, as I say, the run's here. The run is definitely here. He's got to
I
do the
would
14
play-
first. But
Yeah. He's
don't look at that 9. No, the 14's got to get home left-hand side pocket. Don't look at that 9.
I think he was just kind of seeing what angle he needs for it. Nice shot. He has a good little run right here going. This is a big shot right here. He does have a little pause before he shoots, though.
Oh, no, not that. Not that. That is one of my worst habits I've magically started developing, and it haunted me for so long.
So it's not a bad thing, but also not a good thing. It depends. Well, sometimes that little pause can, like, if you think of something else, you have a chance where you can, like, okay, let me.
But that's not why we're doing it.
No,
The whole reason I was doing it is because I was taught the pendulum method, and it's the 1, 2, 1. And for some reason, in my brain, when I did 1, 2, 1, instead of just being smooth with the 1 beats, I go 1, 2, 1. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh, well, why would you go for that ball? I would try to play safe all day on that. Now you give him a really good angle to get back on that 8.
Question is, Kenny doesn't know how to do it though.
At this point, I would wait for the timeout for if he makes this and gets decent on the 8.
Nope. Oh, my Lanta. No, you needed. If he had a timeout there, that was the time to call. I don't remember if he's used one this right, but
He
now
hasn't.
was the
Yeah,
time.
he hasn't used one. That's what I'm saying. But sometimes, if your player's shooting like decent enough where they can get to close to the 8, I'm gonna.
The moment he went to go wind up on that, I would have called the timeout.
Yeah.
I felt like he was winding up way too much of that. I'm like, you're fixing to do so much extra.
It looked like he hit rail first a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, you're fixing to
Instead
do way
of ball.
more.
But this is, if he hits it. But the biggest thing right here, that's a very big gap to go right between both of them going to the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he's jacking up a little bit on it. Good try.
Wow.
Really good try.
Wow. I gotta give him props.
He
here.
tried. That
Look how close.
that kick shot is sometimes one of the scariest ones because they have the gap. And you hit it just a little bit wrong, you're going straight into that corner pocket.
Yeah.
Looks like he might have hit. You need to hit a little higher on that
Yeah.
right hand rail.
He was crazy close. Good try, Christian. That was impressive.
Perfect. Same speed and everything, just a little bit higher.
Yep. There we go.
2-0 there,
And
Omar.
I agree with you 100% here. Without a doubt, man. Definitely surprised there was no timeouts. Definitely should have been so.
Not even. He went for the right shot. It's just a point for the timeout. It's just to just calm him down. Like, hey, just give him another set of eyes and view. Now, if you both have the same thing, you can coach him through exactly where you need to hit, or even give him another option to play it. But I would have definitely called one there.
Jessica over there with her shenanigans. Says, let's go, babe. Rooting on Mr. Omar there, of course. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I would have loved to have seen a timeout. Ooh, 4-ball didn't drop. 8-ball was getting there.
My game, I was saying, Matthew would have won.
What is it?
Whenever you get closer to the spot, Matthew would have won still.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'll tell Omar that too,
All right.
just because.
All right. Duke Guitar, what's going on? Says, hey, Matthew South, how are y'all doing, my friends?
What's up, Mr. Duke?
And Rodney, I know you're on my YouTube side. Thank you, buddy, for being there. Appreciate everybody. I know we're on Jacksonville APA's YouTube as well. Over 51 viewers at home right now. Appreciate y'all.
Christian has I wish. If he could see the 4-ball, I would take the 4-ball first instead of the 2. Yeah. Because that just gives you naturally go to either the 6 or even the 5-ball.
He has got to shorten up that stroke, that bridge. So Jessica says, me never. Where are you at? You're not over there at the chairs? She must have walked outside or something. Or no, did you already have to leave for the day? I know you got your tournament stuff going on. Now, was it World Qualifier for y'all, Jessica, or was it triangles? That's right. Finals back home at 5:30. That's what it was. Okay. But was it y'all's tri-cup? Yeah, it's tri-cups. Okay. I always get confused here. I'm always off kilter a little bit with when places do their tri-cups and stuff, and it always throws me off on anything. So whenever I hear a couple of our friendly neighbors here in Florida, I'm like, you're doing tri-cup? No, yours. We're a little early. Y'all are on time. Like it's weird how it all works out. But
I think they're more in the Ocala area.
They're
Somewhere
towards Orlando. It's
because
Rax Billiards and stuff like that.
Landon put one for his team had tri-cups.
Seminole
Facebook.
County is what it
Yeah.
is. Seminole County APA. So, Duke and Dara says we'll be in the house June 7th. You darn skip, you will be ready for that 9-ball World Qualifiers. Gonna be a good time. Glad y'all are doing well though. Ronnie said Christian had that rack. He did very well. He did very well, which is huge, right? Like you're a skill level 4 versus a 7. You whether you realize it or not, and you may be disappointed in the fact you didn't get the rack, but whether you realize it or not, you getting close to the end of the rack puts so much pressure on that 7.
Yes, I can vouch for experience.
There we go. Let's see here. Rodney said we had tri-cups 8-ball last weekend, and the team qualified. Now the team needs to win for Vegas. Let's go, Rodney. Congrats, brother. Big congrats. Love that. Chat again. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Seriously. Oh, what a little masse on over. A little curve there.
He said
Playing a little matrix.
Dude, let's just say how Christensen's playing, I'm pretty sure he can get a pretty decent run guard here. Because he's not really hitting the ball hard. Just nice and smooth.
Pocket speed can win him a rack. I agree with you 100% on that. I think it's a wise call on your part. I agree 100%. 6-ball first. 6-ball
Right there,
first.
I would have stood back up.
Yep.
A quick little look back up.
And that's why he did 6-ball first. He was about to clip up on top of it.
Yeah. But he actually has still has a pretty good run there.
Yeah, Rodney, I hear you. Rodney on the YouTube side said, absolutely love that confidence going up against that 7. I'm that guy as a 4 myself. Yeah, you gotta have some confidence. A 4 against a 7, it's a 2-5 race. Like you do have a chance. There's a reason why 7s get nervous about these runs and why you'll see them over defense you, right? That kind of stuff here. They realize how smart they have to play because the race is so much shorter.
And sometimes they'll get some of them will get too aggressive, and it can cost them in the end.
Yep. All it takes is one. You'd be on 8 and then rattle 1-8. Uh-oh.
And some of them still go for the 8 on the break.
Yep.
I refuse to if I'm giving up that much weight.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Too much risk. Oh, he's trying to bump that 11 down. He meant to get a hold of it. He's still got the bank. Yeah, he got bank in left-hand side pocket. He can hold control. Nah, I'd
Cut it all the way down.
bank it. Oh, just playing smart. Yeah. Leaving cue ball bottom half of the table. I like that.
See, if I was in this situation, I'm putting him behind the 8 ball. Play the one more close to the left-hand side and make Omar kick at it. Because if he goes for that, the 6 ball, there's a lot of margin for a shot for Omar.
Yeah.
Or even play safe where you don't have the best shot also on top of that. Unless he plays this one, then safe on the 1.
Well, looks like he's got an angle here. He can use a little bottom kick over, get that one bottom left hand corner pocket, take the 8. If he doesn't get an angle for the side pocket to make it easier, he can take the 8 top left. I mean, he's got a great run potential here. A little bottom here, fling that cue ball on over.
I think he's just going for the make, just pocket, just make
He's
sure
using bottom.
Is he
Yeah.
using bottom?
Oh, he slow rolled it.
But it's not a bad leap though.
Nope.
Long, has a little angle on it too for it.
Omar jumped to that table.
Woo! Now here's the fun. Here's the shot that I don't like in these situations. It's this shot right here. If you make it, and you put any other English, you're going in the other side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You almost got to put a little lower on the cue ball. Just a stun shot so it goes straight to that rail, or you try to throw it in with a little bit inside.
I have to say, I like a little inside on this one. Guarantee that cue ball kicks over.
But that's also could be the reason why I don't like it too, because when you're trying to throw it with that much inside to stop the scratch,
Yeah.
that can happen right there.
Well, the inside helps too if you do the inside, because when we're talking inside, by the way, guys, from his point of view here, he's putting left English on it, right? So that way when it hits the rail, the cue ball is going to come back out kind of down to the right a little bit.
I like this shot, playing safe behind the
Safe. Play it smart. Oh, he hits a full. Hits a full.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's on that short rail, so it's still a pretty decent shot for Omar's part. These are easily missable when you try to shoot on them.
Yeah, but Omar can just play it to thin it and leave the cue ball on the right-hand side again. And get it closer to the pocket this time. Oh, it needs to roll.
That's
It
what
needs
I'm-
to roll.
But
There's a chance at a bad romance.
that one, if you play for that one, you have to play the bank for this, because at this point, this is do or die for Christian. There's not really
I'm not playing for the bank. I'm bringing that cue ball right back underneath that one. Taking the one top left.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm saying because he has to use the bridge. Sometimes the bridge you can't
Oh,
get that.
yeah.
You can't get the.
He has a steeper angle than what I would like. Yeah, he's going to be above the one now. You're right. He's going to have to play for the bank. I thought he could have gotten a little closer here to it, but
If he banks this, I'm gonna scream.
if he banks this, he's going to
If he
scream.
cuts it, I'm definitely gonna scream. I'm walking out this building.
8-foot tables, Rodney. 8-foot diamonds.
He needed to go a little bit higher for the side pocket. He has to go cross corner. It's a lot easier of the banks.
Yeah, top right-hand corner pocket.
Oh wow, he played it
Playing
safe.
defense. No. Oh.
He's playing the smart shots. It's just
I love the idea.
the mindset is there.
Yeah. All right, 2-2 race. And again, Big Rex gets the win, even if it is a 2-1 victory. That'll make it 7-2. That would give them 3 wins. That means it will not necessarily be over because they would have to get 3-0 victories, but it would mean for the next 2 racks that they couldn't lose a single rack. So if Omar gets the win, 2-0 victory, and it's 7-1, it's over. So Dale Woods in the house. What's up, bud? Rodney's right. Rodney on the YouTube side today. Execution almost there. You can set it on the tablecloth if you want. Sorry.
Omar checking the rack. Just make sure everything's tight because you thought the first rack was pressure for Omar. He's actually going for the 8 on the break. I don't like that play. His other break's been working. It's been spreading a decent rack. But now you're taking the opportunity where if you scratch and you make the 8, guess what?
Yeah, he gave him up.
They're on the hill. But
One of each?
Yeah. But he actually didn't hit it as hard as most people, so I think he was just mainly going for the ball, pocketing the balls.
I'm taking stripes. Going to start on this 15 ball. Going to try to
The
hold
only
for the
thing-
14 to the 11. Pull down on the 11 here. Go for that 12 left-hand side pocket.
The 9's going to help him with the 12. He could basically bump the 12 if
yeah,
worst
into
case
the 9,
scenario.
yeah. Yep.
Unless he plays the 12, then the 9, and then the 10, then the 8. This could be.
Yeah, Jake, I wasn't sure about it. They didn't have it, or I don't know if Omar asked or not about it, so didn't have it watched, but I wasn't sure. I thought it for a second there, but I wasn't 100% on the potential double hit. But oh, too much.
Right between the gap.
Wow. Wow. Wow, he got extra on that one. No, does he have eyes on the 9? No, okay. He went
At
good
this
lineup on it. I
point,
was like, that 2's got to be in the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for this 11 ball. I would go the other way.
Back cut it, yeah.
I would. Well, both ways are actually really hard too, because you're not actually seeing the ball.
Yeah.
You're cutting away from it anyway.
You're so close to it.
Yeah.
He hit it. It moved.
I hate to do this
Wow.
to you, Tim. I got to go for dinner.
Hey, brother, y'all be
So-
blessed, man. Take care. Thank you so much for joining in with me.
Oh, you're
Chat,
welcome.
give it up to Mr. Dakota Grady there. Appreciate you so much for being a part of the stream, brother, as always, man. Love your support.
See you.
See ya. Oh, man, that was funny. Right, Rodney, from the previous shot, not the one on 11, he said, why so hard? Why so hard indeed? Oh, man. Good try from Christian here. Got to hold his head up here still. He's taking on this situation very well. Ms. Jessica, if I didn't say it earlier, by the way, please do have a safe trip back home. I don't know if I told you that earlier with us conversing like we were, but I don't think I've seen any, which it'd be a little early potentially into the matchups. It means things went crazy, Rob. I don't think we have anybody that has won and have cleared their spot in the semifinals. I'm double checking now. Oh, I take that back. Team safety first, knocking out deep pockets. So they are moving on over and waiting on the winner between Sing the Song and Stroke of Genius. Yeah, Jessica, absolutely. It's always good seeing you. Send my love to everybody back over there in Seminole County, please. Ooh, good try on the bank. He got the little nudge off the 6-2. He hit that good. Hit it really good. This is where if Christian can execute a couple defensive shots, may potentially get a ball in hand from Omar. It's going to be tough. 11's kind of out center of the top half of the table. A little run potential here. Does that 4 go by? It did. It had just enough room. Nicely done. Go and get a back cut on your 7. Go your 3 rails. Come back out. There you go. And good eyes on the 2 now. Get a little, man. Fortunate little side nudge into the 6. Had he hit it had the 6 hit top side and moved down just a little bit, he'd been better positioning. But it's the only issue with going with this run here. He's down to 2 balls left and has a huge opportunity here to potentially leave something open for Omar, which he's trying not to do. He's doing his best really against Omar. Went for the bank. Almost got the love off the bank too. Wow. What an attempt. Man. Man. Wow. Normally you take the 11 bottom right-hand corner pocket here. He's going to bring the cue ball down to the left a little. Not really going to leave you an open option for that 8. It's like Matt here on the scene. Gordon, that was a great attempt on that. 100% was. 100% was. Very smart move here. Wow, what an execution from Omar. Very impressive shot. I think Matt taught him that shot since Matt was playing so defensive-minded a little while ago.
Those clarification shots.
That was beautiful. Goodness gracious, what a leave. Took over the pocket. Very impressive. Very impressive. Mr. Mike Gammons Jr. back to the table here, giving a timeout. Hey, TJ, how you doing, bud? Yes, sir. Christian Angels is currently playing against the OG Strokers. Both teams still on the winner's side, but no matter what here, it's to that point in the day where, goodness gracious. Wow, he made that. But it's in that time of the day where, it doesn't matter whether you're on the winner's side or one-loss side. It is, you're out at this point if you lose because of it being modified single. What a shot from Christian there. Goodness gracious, may get him his point. This could be huge. Oh, he was just barely off, and now the 8 is over to the right a little bit too. As long as that 11's off, oh man. Oh, he had his chance. As long as that 11's off just a little bit, Omar's just gotta hit into it. That's all he's gotta do. Just barely, but hit right into it. He missed it. He missed it. Ball in hand. Ball in hand. Christian's got to get this. Big points here. Big points. This will guarantee no matter what that the best case scenario for pockets too big, it can be 7-2 here in the overall team score. It means that we will have a match 4. And we do on our hands. And that right there is exactly what we've been talking about from the get-go. This is why this matchup is as dreadful and haunting and hard as it possibly is. Everybody's like, nah, the 7's going to win. The 7's going to win. One simple mistake. Wasn't a big one. One simple one. Just haunted him right there. Turn of events, chat. I see Mr. Brett Garson is done come up in the building now. Mr. Q-Tech himself. right, rack number 5. Here we go. Yeah, what a shot, right? What a shot. So, Courtney, great question. Courtney asking, what does the future possibilities mean? So, I'm going to take some assumptions, and please understand this has nothing to do with the players on the screen. I'm going to walk you through the math here. I'm not saying who's winning one way or the other, so I don't want you guys to be like, oh, Tim wanted Omar to win or this and it. Don't take it the wrong way. Let's do the assumptive approach. Let's say Omar wins this. Pockets Too Big will be up 7-2 overall. That means Pockets Too Big will have 3 wins, so no longer Big Racks cannot just tie. Big Racks has to win overall in the points. There's 2 matchups left, 3 points possible in each matchups. Big Racks would have to 3-0 and 3-0. Let's flip the math. Let's say Christian wins right here. Let's say Omar doesn't get to the hill. Christian wins. There is 1 more team point to be had, which would bring Big Racks 3-5. And then we're kind of in a normal pace from there. Nothing crazy. Last bit of math here. Let's say Christian wins, but Omar gets to the hill. Big Racks will be at 3 points. Pockets Too Big will be at 6 points. If Pockets Too Big gets another win of anything, it will be over. That's where we're at with the math right now. That gives you the 3 possible scenarios. So right now, Christian bare minimal has made it to where they'll see a matchup number 4 and or 5 potentially, obviously depending on how 4 goes. But right now he's working on making things a little easier because even if you have a match of 4 and 5, you've got to think if you have to win 3-0, 3-0, that is a flawless victory. So no matter who is thrown, if Pockets Too Big wins a singular rack, not even a point, right? We ain't even talking about them get to the hill. If they win 1 singular rack, it is over. So that is the tough pickings right now. Christian's at bare minimum at least open that door as a possibility. And nothing's impossible until it's over. However, Christian needs to get this win against Omar. And realistically, if he gets this win right now off of this rack against Omar, then this will be massive and really bring this completely around. So it's tough, though. It's tough, man. Like we talked about here, it took Omar making 1 simple mistake for it to happen. Christian, though, almost had that 8 ball on his own, though, regardless of the mistake from Omar. Christian did almost have that 8 ball, so I do not want to take away from him in that way that he can't win a rack simply because he's against Omar. That's not the case. It's just it is extremely tough. Let's just say he's got a good back cut here. He's going to bump into the 8 in the process is the problem. QBall's popping back up. 8 ball needs to slow down. Oh, he didn't make the 10. So they're over counting it. Yeah, Courtney, my pleasure for the explanation. Like I said, it's not a problem. I just didn't want anybody assuming too much here. I know I've been on a team with Omar, like I said, for team captains at this very location. Got to go to Vegas with them, right? But I don't want people assuming that I'm rooting one way or the other because right now, if there's anything that you guys could ever accuse me of rooting for, and that is a close match. So I did give Big Rex their 1 point for making it to the hill. Big Rex was currently, it was 5-1 going into this matchup, and Big Rex has their 2nd point. So the first matchup went 3-0 against, for Pockets Too Big against Big Rex. The second matchup went hill-hill with Mike and Matt that we saw on stream. That gave Big Rex their first team point. Gave Pockets Too Big 2 more additional team points, making it 1-5 going in matchup number 3. And now Christian has had his 1 team point that he has earned, and he has won 1 rack out of his 2 necessary. He needs to get in shape to use that 5 to bump the 10 out of the way. he needs to get, oh, don't look at another ball while you're down on your shot. Don't do that, Christian. It's going to mess up your shot. But humbug, chat, don't do that. When you're down on your shot, keep your eyes on your shot. And Rodney, you were great on the YouTube side, sir. Thank you for looking out because I made the silly mistake today where I had the names flip-flopped. The wrong name under the wrong teams. Good shot here from Omar. Normal execution should put it hill to hill. And it is. Team pocket's too big, up to their 6th team point. Omar on the hill, Christian on the hill. Hill thriller, chat. One rack to rule them all. There we go. Good handshake for the Hill thriller. And that was a stripe going that left-hand side pocket. Solid going in the right-hand side pocket. Yep, one of each. He'll be open to what he wants. Stripes looking good. Worried about the 12 ball grouped up on top of the 4. Yeah, he can start off with a good run, though. I wonder if there's a way for him to use from the 9 to the 14. Yeah, I wonder if he can use eventually the 9 to the 14 and be able to get that breakout on it. I actually may try to get the breakout right now. This is very similar shot what he had with Matt a moment ago. I think it was Matt had a timeout here, and he's getting Omar was getting him to try to use some bottom right here to clip on out. Oh, he kept the angle short. Come back down. He's going to get a little nudge into it. Oh, they're closer now. Oh, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Rodney, great question. Sun Death is in play for the World Qualifiers. However, we are far away from it still. 3:45 with a 12 o'clock start time, 3 hours, 45 minutes of Sun Death. So we are still an hour away from Sun Death, which is odd enough. Yesterday, we seem to be running into it left and right on matches 4 and 5. And here we are today, at least on these, that we're booking a little bit faster today. One good. There's been a couple extra minutes of time between throws that's happened, but for the most part, overall, everything's been running pretty smoothly here. And there has been a couple teams I've seen turn into score sheets already, too. Let me do a refresher on the bracket and double check so I don't leave you guys out of the dark here. I did talk about safety first, getting the win. Looks like AM or PM got the win against Herding Cats. Diamond Cutters got the win against Chalk It Up. There we go. Any others? Safety first moved over. Oh, Sharon gone. Sharon got the win against Still Waiting For It. So, yeah, we actually got a few of the matches already done. Wow. Really, really good. And then keep in mind, too, once this matchup is done, guys, we will end stream here. And then once we come back here, should be around 5 p.m. Now, again, that's all depending on this round ending on time and, us being able to get all the score sheets and stuff out. Keep in mind there. Everything gets inputs, skill level review, all that kind of stuff happens in between every round of play here, just like it does at the national level. Same concept. So, Omar with good sportsmanship there, calling the foul. Tapping the cue ball on over, showing that's ball in hand. Christian with a great chance here with ball in hand. Opting to go with the 6 here. I don't mind that because the 3 is kind of the quote-unquote trouble ball, if you will. So I don't mind that at all in the least bit, but I was worried about this here. He's going to be set up for the combo if he goes for the 7-5, or he's going to have to take 3. I don't think there's enough room for him to get a clip into it for the right-hand side just because of where he's angled at, so he's going to have to go top right with it. Going for the combo here. Hits it good, though. Cue ball pops back up a little bit. Not a fair leave there on the cue ball. Look and see if he has the gap for the 3. Calling that timeout here. Nice little Roma ball in hand. Well played. Problem is, in order for him to really successfully get this defensive shot, from what I can see, he needs a hit in the 7. 7 needs a hit into that right-hand long rail, pop out, and block access to that stripe top left-hand corner. And as long as you roll forward, the 8 and 3 is blocking access to the other stripe. Now, Omar's going to be able to kick at him, but at least you're forcing that kick, forcing a potential error. If that cue ball was a little bit tiny up, he could potentially go for the back cut here, but congrats. All right. Ooh. 8 ball scooping up on top of the 3. Delwood says, can't wait to see Tim on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of June. He's talking about for that beautiful 9-ball World Qualifier. Can't wait to see you as well, Dale. It's going to be a great one, man. Omar going for the bank here. Keep in mind, this is the rack for the win. This is an important one. Omar lanes the bank. No-go, rattles it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. If Christian wins this here, we're kind of back into like a normal flow of matchup here, in which their throw, Big Rax's throw here, will be a imperative one. Very imperative throw. Christian just needs to execute here. Cue ball's going to pop off the rail, pop on over. Oh, he misses it just by a little bit. And Omar will have a normal shot in 8. And that will be all she wrote here. Omar getting the win. 2-1. Jessica over there saying, oh, my Lanta. The drama llama. The drama llama. Well, it was 1-5 going in this matchup here. 2-7 now. And now we will have the final 2 matchups here potentially. But keep in mind, again, no matter what, at this point here, Big Rax has got to win 3-0 and 3-0. No matter what. 3-0 and 3-0 is the game here. Jessica, do you remember who put up first by chance? I don't remember right off here. And I got Chad asking on YouTube. me 1 second here, guys. Let me get this updated. All right, let me get this updated here. Give me 1 moment. Kenneth for the big racks. John D for pockets too big. We'll check here both skill level 4s. That is correct. Rodney asked on the YouTube side, he said, curious why 8-foot diamonds when Vegas was 7-foot diamonds. Well, diamonds, first one was this pool hall's been here longer than diamonds were changed over into Las Vegas. But it's pool hall preference. It's what pool halls do. Here in Jacksonville, we have a lot of pool halls that have the 8-foot diamonds. They seem to be very popular over here. We got a couple of newer ones that are opening up with both 7-foot diamonds on one and 7-foot razins on the other, which is going to be very interesting to say the least. But yeah, it's dealer preference, essentially pool hall preference in this case. So whatever the host location's wanting. I'm a big fan personally that if I had the spacing for it and could have a good plethora of 7-foot diamonds, I would, and I would have a small amount of 9-foot diamonds is what I would do. So. All right, keep in mind again, it may be a 3-3 race. However, again, all John has to do is win a singular rack, and it will be over. For those just tuning in here, you're like, Tim, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Well, if you take a look at the score right now, Pockets Too Big has 3 wins to 0. And with that being said, being up 7-2 means Big Racks has to win 8-7. If Pockets Too Big wins a singular rack, they cannot win 3-0 in their 2 matches. And that's the only way to get that extra 6 points that they need to pick up. So it's going to be tough. Very, very, very long uphill battle from this point forward. But we'll see if they can do it, though. All right, just getting a quick confirmation from Omar here, trying to make sure that I had it right just in case here. But yes, the score is correct, and the situation is correct as well here, where it is no matter what, if Pockets Too Big wins a singular rack, that will be game, set, match. So Big Racks has got to play flawless victories here. Now, we've seen crazy things happen before, so again, this isn't something that's just right off the bat. You know, John may have a lot of passion going on since his dad, Mr. Mike Gammons Jr., was here on the stream and was having a lot of fun in his matchup and playing really, really well. So there may be a lot of, a lot of optimism here, a lot of excitement, if you will, to take this challenge on, because at this point here, what do you have to lose? Nothing. So you better swing and swing good. There we go. Good little start there to the run. John's going to have a little bit of difficulty. Look at where the kind of pairing up close with that 7-4 is, but it is boding well for John versus Mr. Kenneth here, because that 7's playing big blocker to that 8 ball. Oh, my ladies in the chat here's getting wild. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, ball in hand here for Mr. Kenneth here. He's going to opt to go after this 14. 15 is his prom ball, though. I'm assuming it doesn't go in that right-hand side pocket. He must have already looked at that. 14's not really in a bad place here. I hope he double-checked the 15, so. Dale says, I just realized I'll see you May 31st and June 1st for the 8 and 9 ball MVP. I will be there as well. Yes, sir. Oh, overdrawn it. Major overstroke. Just waved it on down over there to get behind the 9. That's funny. Mr. John here will still have eyes on possibly his 4, but if not, for sure his 2. I think he has a line of sight to that 4 ball. Waiting for table next to him here. What a shot. Nicely done with the 4. That may not be a bad lead. That 14 is going to sit just a little bit off that top left-hand short or long rail. That ain't bad at all. Bochum, I mean, you still got the 8-7 pairing. You got this other solid stripe pairing right next to it. 5 and 15. Still major issues on the table for these two guys. Good try, just a small miss. Rejection out of that top left-hand corner pocket. And had fairly good speed, a good little setup for the 9 after. 14 ball, of course, being the problem. May end up seeing him try to bank it, unless he tried for the 14. Obviously, if he would have made a 12, tried for the 14 next, which that may work out well for Kenneth here. Oh, what a bank attempt from John, but he is now taking over that pocket from the 9 ball from Kenny. Now Kenny doesn't have good eyes on that 12 to make it easier to get to the 14, so he's going to take that stripe here in the center table, rock that right-hand side pocket, roll forward just a little bit here, then go to 12, maybe work on his 14 from here. I don't mind a 9 if he gets a better angle, though, to where he can come across and still have good eyes on the 14, but I think if he comes with a 12, use just a hair of inside on this little left. Oh. That's unfortunate. Scratch there, right-hand side pocket. Overhit a little bit. There we go. John now looking at the problem ball with the 5. Side with the ball in hands. Good time to open it up. Trying to get a little force follow. He's so close, though. The cue ball kind of stuns a little bit. Still has a 6 as a makeup here. Come off that top short rail back down. Does so. He's coming down a little more, getting a better window. He's going to go and clip this. What? He's looking at it, maybe clipping the 7. Omar to the table here for a timeout. Mikey Pfister says, Tim Jones. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, brother? Good to see you in the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, Mikey, how are you doing today, brother? All right, time out here to Mr. Kenneth. That 8 ball still in such a predicament. I mean, really, without doing a bank shot on that 8, I mean, you just don't have a proper home. Ah, you're in the finals. Nice, sir. Congrats. There we go. Good shot. Good start to the run here. I don't know if he's gonna be I mean, if he can get an angle here on that 15 to clip into the 7-8, that may be good. But no, just a small miss. He didn't really have the angle into the 7-8. John's got to be cautious here with opening up for that 7. Honestly, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That's a great leave. I know he's disappointed in missing, but that is not a bad turn of events at all. Dale saying congrats to Mikey over there. Yeah, congrats indeed, chat. Give it up to Mikey. His team making it into the finals. Ooh, John got a little bump there, but unfortunately here, looks like sun, moon, and stars here, little eclipse here. You might be able to see a little bit of the 7. Uh-oh. Hits it and no rail. Ball in hand. All right. Mr. Kenneth here has got to get this and get it good. I think you're going to take the 15 bottom left-hand corner pocket, roll on down, open up for the 9 bottom right. If you get kind of straight on it, a little stop shot, take the 8 all the way top right-hand corner pocket. No need to overcomplicate this. He's going to have to go 9 first, then 15 all the way up. I don't like taking as much of that long shot on that 15. But it is kind of a question. Do you take long shot on the 15 or on the 8? And he's trying to set it up to an easier shot, bottom right-hand corner pocket for the 8. He's a little angle on this. That cue ball may drift out to the right a little bit. If he can get it all the way over, he can go bottom left now. Yeah, he let it drift up. Oh, it finally drops. But now he's in a predicament here. This is why I kind of like the other run. I felt more confident in the other run. I think it would have worked out better. But he's in a predicament now for this 8 ball. This is tough. Tough. Should go bottom right-hand corner pocket with it. Ooh, he's going for the back cut. Oh, man. Could also go for the bank here. If he used bottom, went for the bank top right-hand corner pocket, that would be, he could use bottom, stun it on the 8, sit there close to the 7. I don't like the back cut. I like bottom right, or I like the bank option, but oh, flirt with the side pocket too. He's man. All right, John's gonna have a good opportunity here. Normal execution here. Pop back up for the 8 bottom right-hand corner pocket here. He's got to pot this 7. He's going to come down right there off that bottom short rail. Oh, a little too soft. He's close to it, man. This is tough. He's too close to that 8. More or less. More or less. I thought he was going to pop back up and try to be back above the 8 a little bit, but Didn't quite have the angle on that. I was a little off on calling that. He's going to mark that left-hand side pocket as he should. Tough one here. Tough one, tough one. If he gets it, though, this is over. And Team Pockets 2B will solidify themselves into the semifinals. He was off just a little bit. Good try there. Very good try by John. That was a tough situation. Not too much of an angle. Looks like just a little bit of an angle here for Kenneth. Top left-hand corner pocket. Mark it and make it. We move on to the next rack. We keep things trucking along. I am not sure what is on that pocket bar that made Mr. Mike Evans Jr. here turn it around. I think it's a ghost or something, but this is hilarious. They turned it around while Kenny wasn't locked in. That's funny. There we go. Good, good out. Nicely done. Nicely done here. Very well played. Chat, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here. All right, chat. Sorry about Ding Dong ditching you guys for just a moment. Back at the table here. a little refresher here. Trying to see here who we have in the semifinals for sure. AM or PM. Sharing On versus Diamond Cutters. Safety First is in there. Waiting on the matchup between Sing the Song and Stroke of Genius. And that is all we have right this moment. Let's see here. We are 27 minutes away from sudden death for the first round of the day. Good shot there by John. Well played. No love here left on the table as for what he has access to, though, but there we go. That'll do. Grouped up next to the 12. Honestly, here, what Kenneth's got to be careful of is if he ends up leaving that cue ball up on the top part of the table here for John, that's an issue because John can then hit the 4, actually hit off to where the 4 clips into the 3 in the process, still pots in that bottom left-hand corner pocket, and opens up a little bit of breathing room for the 3 to have an opportunity. So he's just got to be cautious about where he leaves that cue ball, and he's fixing to leave it open up here. Yeah, John D has got to actually hit off on this. He wants that 4 to clip into the 3. And even if it doesn't, like, let's say the 4 and the 3 just grew at 3, pops off just a tiny bit, but the 4 still sits in that pie for some reason. Ooh, we'll change of plans, but he can still work with that. Richard Sonny was showing me yesterday when he was talking on stream here. By the way, that's why I muted for a second. But when he showed me on stream here, it was the older handicaps here of teams, and it showed Matt Faber as a skill level 3. And I told him, I said, I was like, that can't be because he's locked in as a 4 in Vegas. And he's like, well, no. He's like, this is. I said, yeah, that's before he certified. I was like, this old daddy. I was like, he had to certify as a 4. He's been a 4. That has been his highest obtained, and he played as a 4 and locked in as a 4 in Vegas. So he will not be anything less than a skill level 4. Ooh. Mr. Kenny there almost getting a nice little double take there. Kenneth there. Good job. Actually better than 11 got left there. He can come on around for that 9. Oh, get past it. Okay. I was like, you do not want to clip even into this and be just kind of side by side on it. 8 ball goes bottom right-hand corner pocket. Smooth stroke this. Oh, just a small miss. John's got to lock in and go ahead and close this victory out. 3 ball bottom left-hand corner pocket. Smooth stroke, you're going to have eyes on the 4. 4 is going to lead you to that 8. Small miss here again. Yes, is going to have a great opportunity here. Smooth stroke, just get off that top short rail. Again, 8 ball's got a beautiful home bottom right. Good stroke here from Kenneth. Chat, we got a chance to see 2-0 right now, and for the potential 3-0 victory that has to happen. Again, a couple newer names tuning into the stream right now. I'll tell you where we're at right now. Big Rex has 2 team points. Pockets Too Big is at 7 team points. With that being said here, Big Rex now on matchup number 4 and 5 have to 3-0 victory. Reason being here is Pockets Too Big already has the 3rd win under their belt, so a tie does not win it at all. So all Pockets Too Big has to do is win 1 singular rack. Oh, small miss there. Tough leave here. Tough leave because of that shot. A little bit of a longer distance. Not too bad on the angle. Crafty over there, talking over there to Mr. Kevin early. Crafty, how you doing today? Told you that one can be a little deceptive at time, but not a bad leave on the 3. Honestly, I wouldn't pot this, or not a bad leave from the 8. I wouldn't pot this 3. I wouldn't make it. You do not want to actually make this. Push it closer to the pocket, get in better position. I'd hit the kind of right-hand side of it just a little bit. Yep. Omar's telling the same thing. Leave it close to the pocket. Don't make this. You're not going to get great shape here back for the 8. If you do, you're going to be far distance on it. Oh, get to the rail, and he does. 3's closer to the pocket. Well played. Very, very well played. Smart defensive shot. Great timeout here for Mr. Omar. That's exactly what you want to do. Chat's like, Tim, you don't want to make your ball? Yeah, you do not. That 8's not in a favorable position. It's too close to the bottom short rail. It is not something you want to deal with. Let him deal with it. Let him move it around. And again, if he makes it, if he goes and does a crazy bank shot to the corner pocket, which he's going to go top left hand, which, I didn't see that. That's not a bad choice. That's not a bad choice. He's calling the wrong pocket if he moves it over there. He's calling the wrong pocket. Oh, no. If that pocket marker is to the right of the diamond here, he's calling top right-hand corner pocket. Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't know if he realized what he just did there, moving that pocket marker like he did. If he would have made it in that top left-hand corner pocket, he would have had lost the game. He could have had lost the game right there. That's dangerous. Oh, my Lanta. John overhitting just a tiny bit, but still good angle. Oh, that could have been super risky. All right, John here to close this matchup out. First chance here. And he gets it here. Team pocket's too big, getting the win. With that being said here, that is definitely a good game, guys. Very well played here. So pocket too big has guaranteed themselves into the semifinals here. Let's do a quick refresh of the bracket before I let you guys go and eat my lunch here and get ready for the next round. Double check here. AM and PM still there. Sharing on versus Diamond Cutters. Safety first. And then let's see. Where was this one on the bracket? Big Rats versus Pies too big. They're waiting on match 70. Winner of 62. Winner of 62. So they're waiting on the match between Beach Please and Cancel Christmas is who they're waiting on to be able to play, which is currently going. Guys, this is Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the Voice Jacksonville Pool. Guys, I will see y'all here around 5 p.m. Eastern for the next round. That will be the the semifinals round, forgive me. And that way, that'll be the last round of the night here, last stream of the night. But make sure you guys stay tuned for all the action here on Jacksonville APA's Facebook and YouTube, guys. Take care, be blessed, and see you guys very soon. Appreciate y'all.
The voice of Jacksonville Pool.